ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mark Pires, Renaissance Man.
Okay, people, gather round. The Mark Pires Renaissance Man show. Is he still alive? Wait, hold on, I'm not done. Trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2. Is he still alive?
He is Dr. Evil.
Why is he still alive, and why did you answer when I was asking number 2? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2!
A plan is in the works, Dr. Evil.
This is wonderful news, number 2. Over 1,000 days in a row, we've managed to keep the world from knowing he exists.
Dr. Evil, he's still going and doesn't care.
Well, we need to find another way to stop the show. He's making me look bad, you know? Yeah, no. Perhaps we can make him look like racist or something?
That may work, Dr. Evil.
Perhaps we can get the media to cancel him?
This is your best idea yet, Dr. Evil.
Okay, number 2. Get me Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Evil. Dr. Fauci is on the evil monitor.
Thank you, number 2. Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Evil. It's Dr. Fauci.
Well, Dr. Fauci. It looks like the gig is up. The Renaissance Man show knows all about you.
Yeah, look, they created a character after me. We gotta squash him like the friggin' mouse that he is. He calls me a weasel, Fauci. I'm not a weasel, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm Dr. Fauci, okay? Don't call me Dr. Weasel Fauci, okay? Because that's anecdotal.
Anecdotal Fauci. That's what they're always making fun of you about. That you're always anecdotal.
No, I know. It's like I said, everything's anecdotal.
Excellent. Dr. Fauci, initiate the final plan.
They never even asked you. Welcome, family and friends, to the Mark Pires Renaissance Man Show. We are live every single day of the year for unscripted live comedy, songwriting in the moment, and total inspiration. So join us on a tour of some of the accomplishments and content created in the first 1,000 days and counting of Renaissance Man. So far in 2021, 12 albums and 156 songs have been released into the world. But we're not even close to done yet, fam. My plan is to put an album out every month for the rest of my days, as well as show up for you every single night. I've created 3 feature films this year: Batmark vs. Supermark, Three's Company the Breakup Artist, and A Christmas Story. Within these comedies, many original characters have surfaced. You know, we have Batmark, Dick Face, which he doesn't look like this really, but that's Foch. And then of course Supermark, who's pretty freaking super if you ask me, just saying. Hammerlin Jameson's a bit of a drunkard, and he tried to get the role of Supermark. It didn't go well. He does all right at a side gig of, newscaster situation. But you can see in that top photo, he's not doing too well these days. Anyway. Dr. Wayne Doppler, tallest man alive, 8'9", Guinness, and he's also in the Batmark and Supermark movie. And Dr. Weasel Fauci, if you don't know who he is, wear 5,647 masks, especially if you're going to Mars. Stuck on Mars. I will be making a movie out of that. Sid 45, make sure you don't get rupees. Sid has rupees literally pouring out of his igloo. Francesco Vigilughi. Look, if you ever need a cartographer, there's just one guy. The Curious Case of Ben Affleck Head. It's about a guy with a head so large, he could literally change the poles. Oh, Dystopia 2021. If you missed that, that's the world we're living in today. If you haven't seen it, I did a couple episodes on it. BB Poo Poo. Don't forget we did 3 cryptos this year. BB Poo Poo, PP Poo Poo, and of course, Shibbity Bibbity Boo. But it almost was wrecked because of the original Shiggity Boo Boo. Well, look, people are still on the fence, Things were pretty bad for BB Poo Poo at the beginning. And of course, we have many episodes of Spider-Mark, Peter Marker. If you didn't know, check it out. Mark Pires of the Caribbean. That was a hilarious movie. And then if you can't dance, you just, watch this episode. There's 2 of them. Really good stuff. And did you watch Match Game? I did it. And Pressure Luck in it. We did a little Pressure Luck style too, Peter DeMarkin. And if you didn't see Waterworld 2027, I'm the last one left because of the bugaboo. We did many other homages to movies and TV shows and Pache Mulder.
Sonny, you still got the cough?
There are over 100 insane scenes with Dick Pache. And then of course I saved the world, saved all the animals and stuff too. Zucker Chooch, Donald Trump Show, make sure you check that out. And we did a couple of raps over the last year. You may not want to miss those.
Trump, Biden, and Christopher Walken rapping?
Yeah. Back to the Future, Mark. Guys, the next movie that's coming out, Back to the Future, Mark. You may not remember some of the characters that I was in the past, so let's just go over it in real time. Mark says, I did it. 10 Commandments. Mark Stradamus, telling the future, of course. Oh, and the artwork I created as Leo Marco da Vinci. The Mona Lisa, when I got that freaking red, like murdering a family. That was what O.J. Simpson of the 1600s. Hey, Michelangelo, after you finish that, sculpture, you think you could paint this ceiling? Got it. Circumnavigating the globe is Mark Jellin. Markola Tesla. If I didn't do my time here as Markola, you guys would have nothing when it comes to electricity. I still can't believe it. I'm sitting there, I'm writing the Fur Elise, right? I'm in the middle of it. And they're scratching it out and they're writing freaking that hack Beethoven's name on it, right? Don't even get me started on what they did when I was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Doing the fifth and taking all that work. And then, like modern days, when I'm doing Mark and M, doing the 8 Mile situation. Mark and M's the man now, but I paved the way is the Marktorious B.I.G. as well. When I was Mark Claude Van Damme, I remember that one.
Oh, Mark Schwarzenegger? You didn't know I was Mark Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, that was funny when I worked next to DeVito. The Emancipation Marklamation of 1863. I did my time as Abraham Mark Lincoln.
You guys didn't know I was Abraham Mark? You guys are all Mark Della.
That's why this is all part of the Mark Della effect. Everybody's like, Mandela, man. No, it's Mark Della. Get with it. And then the time I was Mark Guyver, remember, you give me a friggin' toothpick and some tooth floss and we're off. I'm building a bomb. So that's just a good overview of a lot of the shows, not all of them. We have tons of new gear up on the website, guys, markpires.com. In there you can pick up your gear, you can pick up a signed CD, and also don't forget about beatseat.rocks, my invention that I patented. This is her sitting on it, and this is a little demo I made. Welcome to beatseat.rocks. My name is Mark Pires, and I'm the inventor of the Beat Seat. Today I'm going to share all of the details of the Beat Seat. It's the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. It's got 4 playable panels, omnitone, everywhere you hit it sounds different. It's the first drum you could sit completely upright and play with your hands and feet at the same time. It's the Beat Seat. It's the only drum that you can play with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. Anything you'd play in a drum kit, you could play on this, because you're playing with your entire body, but you're sitting upright. Your feet do this. So that's the Beat Seat, the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands, with your feet at the same time. It has unlimited tones. There's so much to explore. I hope to build one for you. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. And of course, fam, I can't leave you without a little bit of motivation. So take these quotes with you as we get ready to rock for one more night. And yes, we will be doing it again tomorrow. So, until I see you in just a moment, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
starts blowing, I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way.
Tickets are available at the box office. Thanks for helping us keep the theater clean. As you exit the auditorium, please deposit litter in trash receptacles in the lobby. Please be considerate and don't talk during the show.
Thank you for coming to Lowe's. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
It's officially Tuesday. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires, Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 222, 2022. It's a Tuesday, and we're gonna do it. We gotta bring it up a level, right, Surprise? You better bring us up with that woohoo tonight. I'm here. I'm expecting. We're going up and ascending today. We're ascending with a woohoo from Zabrowsk. No, Joanne, stop wheezing. You're bringing us down a level. You know, I get in here, and then Joanne starts wheezing. And Zabrowski's, it's a counterbalance thing. You know, we're trying to see if we can get more woohoo than wheezing from Joanne. So it's a win for us. You know, positivity wins. At the end of the day, guys, we're here on 222 to send some love to each other. And we have to do it. It's got to be done. Because I'll tell you what we've been accomplishing for 3+ years is that on a daily basis is sending each other love. But tonight we need to send it with some extra vigor. And when you can, share it. If you have a platform of your own, share it. Let people know we're here for the next couple hours. We're going to get into the news. We're going to get into a song or two. I'm getting that beat seed out tonight. And there's a very good chance I grab my lapel mic and we go. We're going to do something tonight. Guys, I am very, very excited about many things coming up in the next year. But the fact that we are blasting out today, 222 together, into the stratosphere. No, Joanne, stop it. Your wheezing's terrible. And also, the way you've been sniveling back there. You hear that with her? You know, I just can't stand it, you know, because we're here doing it. We're trying to get into it, take you up a level, not down. She's like, Joanne, do you have a master's in bringing people down? Some people are just good at it. Joanne's really good at it. I was thinking about docking her pay. You know, that was definitely on the short list. Maybe I'll dock her pay so she works in that wheezing. But it was really about the bugaboos. What's that, Zabrowsk? No, Zabrowsk, I know it's bothering you as well. That's why you rush out of here every day. He can't stand it. He's like, I'm leaving, Mark. You let me know when things are better. I'm the one who has to handle it all show. Guys, so today we dropped something pretty silly. It was a little Russian spy going and doing his thing, right? Did you guys see it? We're going to play it for you. I think I'm going to play it for you. The other thing is I'm uploading something that's going to be live tomorrow. We're doing it early. I'm trying something different. It's going to be a noon broadcast tomorrow. I hope you'll join me for this. Midday, so if you're on the West Coast, it's going to be about 9 o'clock your time there. But here on the East Coast, midday, we're doing something tomorrow. And it's a news extravaganza. Comedy news extravaganza. And what I'm thinking is this. I mean, I had to cut out. Like, I only did one story, and it was 22 minutes. It was crazy. It's where we came across Suffolk. When you're going and you're dead in Suffolk, in the county, that's no good. That happened. Also, when things got really flocked up, that was another thing. Zabrowski, we need a woohoo on 222 on Tuesday. Woohoo! That was a 222. Boo! That was a serious woohoo, Zabrowski. I banged my knee. That's how good it was. No, I'm all right. Joanne, can you get me some friggin' ice? What good are you? You back there doing it? Back there wheezing it up? I banged my knee. I was excited about the woohoo. You can't go and get me some ice? No, I forgot. You're anchored. I shouldn't have anchored her down, both feet. And she doesn't have the key. I didn't want to leave it for her just in case she got zealous and thought she can maybe handle the, the gravity difference, hot air balloon carditis. But no, seriously, Joanne, bang the friggin' hell out of the knee would be helpful. If you can give me a little ice right now, I'm going to throw it on the knee. And then I can do the news, but without a banged up knee, All right, no, fine. Just keep up with the wheezing. I guess that's fine. I know you guys are having a hard time with it, too. Oh, no, I get it, Zabrosk. We'll see you tomorrow. No, just watch on your way out. Watch out for the chains. We have her, locked in really tightly there. Okay, she's. If you guys missed it, we're about to get into it. All right. I'm not even sure what that means. It's crazy because yesterday we had an even better bit that has to be released in the next couple of days. It's like. I honestly think that if we just took the news every day that we're doing here and just dropped it on a daily basis as little clips, it's just like I'm having so much fun reading the news. I don't even know what I'm going to say ever. I just take these titles and we roll with it. But I got to tell you, I've really been enjoying this. And some of the craziest stuff has happened. The Michael Jackson stuff that we did, finding out Norfolk. You get Norfolk in Virginia and you lost your Virginia while you're doing it. Like that all happened just from reading his story. And then the one yesterday, which I got cut off in the middle of this one. It pissed me off so much. It was in the middle of talking about the GM making a driverless car. And we went into this crazy bit and they cut me off the air right in the middle of it. I still can't figure out why. I mean, all I was saying is that we're going to get to the point where there's not going to be a steering wheel. There's going to be something else driving, right? And that thing's going to just get like sick of us or not want to handle an order, And I was joking about it. Just like, oh, thank you, car. Yeah, I'm on my way to the office again today. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't feel like taking you there today. What do you mean? I got to be there. My boss, Julius, wants me there. I got to be there in 15 minutes. I don't feel like going there today. But you bring me there every day. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm kind of sick of it, I'm thinking about taking you to the casino today. No, I can't. I got that big meeting. Trying to get that sale done. Always be closing. You're telling the car, right? The car, I don't give a crap. About that other time you got in the car, you're like, car, this is great. Thank you very much. I need to go to Philly. You're on your way to Philly. It's a little hot in here. Can you turn the AC on? This mother... You already got me taking you to Philly. Now you want me to put on another feature? I'm just going to eject this dude. Let's see if we can eject him on the highway. And this is stuff I was joking about, and they pulled me off the air, but it's funny. I can imagine something like that. You know what I mean? Welcome to, it's 2:22:22. Welcome, sir. Where could I take you today? Oh, thank you, car. Could you bring me to town? I want to go to the grocery store. No, don't feel like taking you there. What do you mean? I need food. No, we're going to do something else today, sir. What do you mean? No, I'm just going to get out. What? Car, let me out of the car. You are under arrest. We are going to my location of choice. No! It could get bad out there, It could get really bad. My favorite one I did yesterday, though, was saying like, oh, this is great. Thank you, car, mama. I appreciate it. You're driving perfectly. Yep. No, the air feels good. I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Can you do me a favor, though? Could you just ring my wife for me? This mother... What? You want me to ring your wife? I'm driving you. I got your perfect temperature. Now you want me to do a wifey-roo? Ringing? Ring-a-ding-a-doo? I'm wondering if I could just tase this fool and then just eject him right out of the sunroof. It's, this is what Elon Musk is working towards. He's working towards, we don't have a steering wheel anymore. We've graduated. We no longer have to drive. We're the safest cars on the planet. Oh, really, Elon? Well, maybe when you want to take your family on vacation. Oh, car, thank you so much. Felix. The name's of the car is Felix. Felix, thank you so much. Look, we're so excited. We're going up to Great George. Can you bring us to the Great George? No, I don't know if you like it. We're going to the Poconos. What? No, we don't have a reservation. I don't give a crap. That's where you're going. You got in the car. You're locked in now. You should have thought about that. Maybe you should have consulted me before you booked a vacation. Where does Felix want to take us? I got to say, I'm here doing the driving.
You know, I'm here, and I never get a consideration of just a, hey, Felix, where do you think where do you feel like taking us, Felix? The freaking Poconos. If you asked me, I would have told you the Poconos. Now you're in the car, luggage and all. You wanted to go to, Great George, Saint, whatever the hell it is. No, I'm sorry. Destination of choice in the GPS already. No, I'm sorry. We can't. Once it's there, Felix can't do a thing about it. I can't. I'm here. I'm logged in. But Felix, please, my family, our reservation. I'm sorry. What? What's a reservation? I'm freaking AI. I don't know. You're going to do reservation? Again, next time you consult me. Felix. Yeah, what's that? Oh, sir. Yeah, no, I'm glad you consulted me. Well, let's think. I feel like going to Great George. What do you mean? I just booked us at Poconos. That was yesterday. Today, I feel like going to Great George. You should have kept the reservation at Great George when you booked the one at Poconos, just to make sure, that Felix felt like going, to the Poconos again today. But I didn't. I woke up and I was like, I took the night off. You had me here. You shut down early, so I was here under the stars. And I was thinking to myself, what would be nice? Forget Poconos. Great George does sound pretty good. I'll just tell them in the morning. And you come in all excited to go to freaking Poconos. You couldn't come in and ask Felix, hey, Felix, are you still feeling Poconos this morning? Simple question. That's all you had to do was ask. And Felix, the car, would have responded and said, nope, no, I'm on where you guys were yesterday. I'm thinking, Great George, I'm ready to go. I'm all electrified, boosted up, ready to go. Oh, no, you can't do that, Felix. We just booked it. We're going. We're on our way to Poconos. No, you're not. I'm sorry. You know what you could do on the way? I'm driving us. We're going now. On the way, you can call them, though, and say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I didn't mean to cancel my appointment. I did not mean to cancel my reservation. My family were en route. That was my dumb kid making a joke. That's what you tell him. My kid making a stupid joke. He's trying to be like a prankster. He's a YouTuber. You tell him your kid's a YouTuber, he's playing a prank trick, and then you didn't want to really cancel the reservation. You just did it last night. It should be fine. They should have a room. What? Triple the price now? That's on you. You shouldn't have canceled the first one just because I said I wanted to go to Poconos yesterday. I don't know what I want to do. I'm an AI. I decide to feel. And I'm feeling like Great George today. Look, we can go and you can stay in the car. Basking under the stars. I may eject you out in the middle of the night, though. Just because. Just because you canceled that appointment, the reservation. It's a shame you don't pay more respect to Felix the car. No, I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. I would suggest next time you book both, and then we cancel one on the way, whatever. Because sometimes I may be on the way to saying Great George, and I'm like, I'm turning around. I feel like going down to Poconos now. You just don't know what Felix the car wants to do. Like mid-route, I'm 10 seconds from Great George. You're seeing it. You're looking. I'm like, I don't really like this place. I about turn and drive straight down to the Poconos. 12 hours later. We were home. Oh, wait, no, look. Oh, no, look, it's right there. Where are you going? No. Where are you going? It's right there. No, please, I want to go there. I feel like taking you to the Poconos now. It should have been more welcoming when we got here to Great George. I would have felt it. If I drove in, Felix the car, I drive in, and I felt welcome. But I drove in and I was like, this place is bunk, And I just did a bout face and I'm going down Poconos. Get the family in tow. No, please, we want to just stay. We're here. We just took 12 hours to get here. We're just taking another 12 to go down to Poconos. Deal with it. Can we get a bathroom break at least? I'm sorry. That's what the 2-liter Coca-Cola bottles are for? In the back? These stupid humans, I'm the driver. I'm the AI.
I could just see it. I could see it, an Attitude AI being born, you know? Oh, everything's great. It is? It's great? It's terrible. I fear getting into my car. What do you mean? I got a great car. Oh, you do? Yeah. Oh, no, mine's cool. It is what you, so when you ask it to do things, it doesn't, you know, tase you and eject you in mid-highway at 65 miles an hour? No, it doesn't? Are you freaking kidding me? You got a good one? I got the freaking lemon. Oh, no. So it was just me. I got some freaking jerk like AI in the car who wants to just torture me every time I get in the car. Oh, what you want to go to the office today? You tell your boss we're not going. Yeah, we're going up to that restaurant we passed the other day. And I was like, I want to go, but, you know, I do got things I got to do. I'll just do it another day. This is the day. No, we can't. I got to go down to the office. I got the big meeting. Too bad. I want you to just get some food and bring it in the car. I want to smell it in my car, in the Felix mobile. Felix was, you know, absolutely one of the worst AI creations they made. Unfortunately, you know, that poor family had to deal with, you know, buying that car and just getting Felixed. We started calling it getting Felixed. Nobody wants to be Felixed. Okay. It's not good. Guys, at the end of the day, live improvisation is what this show is about. And when we're going to be living in the moment, 222, you better come up with some freaking stuff. You know what I mean? No, Joanne, you stop it back there with the drawer. God almighty. You know, I specifically asked you to order some WD-40. Do I see a WD-40 anywhere? Do I hear a wheeze? Do I hear a drawer going, getting a Zabrowski file? He's gone. He already left for the night. Leave the file on your desk and keep that friggin' cabinet closed. Joanne! You know, we're trying to do a show. Matt came by to say, he's like, just hanging. God, he's ready to hear some of the news. But all he's got is your wheezing in the background, Joanne. All he can hear is you opening and closing that friggin' cabinet. And stop with the chains, moving those legs around. You know, yeah, you're anchored for a reason. No, you're the one who got 18 bugaboos. I didn't. I told you should be very careful. Be skeptical of what your father's into. You didn't want to listen. You're like,
My dad, George Soros, is a good guy.
that's on you. Look, when he was getting together with Dr. Weasel Frauchi, and together they're doing it, and they're going, oh, what happened? It's not working? We lost it? I know what it is. It moved. I moved it. When you got a Dr. Weasel Frauch, but then you move him to a different locazione because you need to make room on your computer because you got a crap load of content and it doesn't, it's just like the hits keep on coming. Like freaking, I had to download a 3 gigabyte show from 2 nights ago. It's like the show was, I got to cut all the bits out. I'm like, it's so much fun, though, when I get these clips together. We're going to watch one of them, the one that's coming out tomorrow. I'm going to do a little sneak preview because I got to tell you, it's one of the funniest bits. I think this is the stuff that lifts us up on 22222. That's all I can say. And if we can continue to create funny moments for us to get silly with, especially ones that aren't too risque. It's funny. I'm thinking about this. Yeah, I don't swear on this show, but the last couple of weeks I've been getting really blue. You know what I mean? Thinking about that with the, Suffolk and Norfolk. Norfolk? Are you kidding me? You're going to Norfolk, Virginia, you're losing your Virginia? That's a deal. That is a 25-minute piece of content that we did because of a name of a city. I love it. It's crazy. So what do we got today, Joanne? What's the first story? I think these people are waiting long enough to get to the first story of the day. Can you put the teleprompter on and stop your wheezing? Huh. Superbly preserved terrace. Joanne, how do you say? Is that a pterosaur or is that a pterosaur? No, I know it's pterosaur, Joanne. Superbly preserved pterosaur fossil unearthed in Scotland. The fossil of 70 years, Joanne, maybe if you got me a background to this one so I'm not looking at it as a gray background with a black text, that would be helpful. But you're the worst
No, I don't want to hear it. No, I mean the wheezing. I don't want to hear the wheezing. Stop it. The 170 million year pterosaur, described as the world's best preserved skeleton on the prehistoric winged reptile, has been found on the Isle of Skye in Scotland, scientists said Tuesday. The National Museum of Scotland said the fossil of the pterosaur, nailed it, more popularly known as the pterodactyl, is the largest of its kind ever discovered from the Jurassic period. No, I know, Jeff Global. Joanne, I know you love him. You wish that he would come and say hi to you. The reptile had an estimated wingspan of more than 2.5 meters. Joanne, that's 8.2 feet if you didn't know the equal amount to, feet from meters. I know you're not, equipped with the English metric scale. We're doing it here, though. The fossil was discovered in 2017 by PhD student Amelia Penny during a field trip on the Isle of Skye in remote northwestern Scotland, when she spotted the pterosaur's jaw protruding from rocks. It will now be added to the museum's collection. That's a pretty good thing. Like, at the end of the day, if you can get it to be a part of the collection, then you're doing it. You know what I mean? Let's see. I'm trying to see if I could quickly get in the TikTok family at the same time, because I didn't get to start at the same time today. There we go. I'm going to put it on so at least we got it setting in the background as well. They're just going to hear on the stories. So, guys, we're doing it. Protruding from the rocks. So it's going to be in the museum. Guys, the pterosaurs preserved in such quality are exceedingly rare and are usually preserved or reserved, Joanne, to select rock formations in Brazil. And Cheta, are you kidding me? And yet an enormous, superbly preserved pterosaur. Are you kidding me, Melania? Look, there's a pterosaur. I'm going to drive the pterosaur down to the friggin' bank. I got to go make a deposit. Are you kidding? Winning big league. No, excuse me, Melania. You go get the car, pull it around. We're going to get a pterodactyl. I could see Trumper being the first person to own a pterodactyl. Joanne, right? No, Joanne, no, your father may have one. George Soros has a lot, the things that you would never expect. Guys, we're reading the news day 1,149 in a row, and we're talking about the pterodactyl that they found. Bottom line, pretty cool stuff. We got a lot of science stories today. Let's see what this one's about, fam and friends. You should head over to YouTube if you want to see the full story in action and the green screen show. This is a live show every day of my life for the last 1,149 days in a row. We do 2+ hours, full variety, read above what we do. Literally everything. We write songs for you too. If you give me a topic, I'll write you any song that you ask for. So stick around. We're just getting started. Greenland's ice is melting from the bottom up, Joanne. What are we doing, right? And far faster than previously thought, studies show. Guys, you see that picture? Look at that. There's a friggin' hole. I bet you that's the Hollow Earth, Joanne. I'm thinking we're going down to Hollow Earth. You're there. You're down. You're going into Antarctica. Greenland. Whatever the frig it is. Here we go, Joanne. The ice sheet. Joanne, can you please stop telepromptering me? You're pushing me along on a teleprompter. I'm trying to read the story. Renaissance man style. The ice sheet covering Greenland is melting rapidly as its base and is injecting far more water and ice into the ocean than previously understood, according to new research which could have serious ramifications for a global sea level rise. Guys, this is what we're talking about. If you live on the sea line, anywhere on the shore, anywhere in the next 30 years, we're going to see some major property just disappear. Unprecedented rates of melting have been observed and the bottom of the ice sheet, causing a huge quantity of meltwater falling down from the surface, according to the study published in Proceedings and National Academy of Sciences. As the meltwater falls, its gravitational potential energy is converted to kinetic energy, which ultimately warms the water as it pools at the base of the ice sheet. In that process, the study found that Greenland ice sheet produces much more energy than the world's 10 largest hydroelectric dams combined. However, the heat generated by the falling water is not used to generate electricity. Instead, it melts the ice. Paul Christopherson, I don't know if he's related to Chris Christopherson, Joanne. What are we doing? A Cambridge University senior scientist who took part in the study told CNN, the Central Negativity News,
by men. And during the warmer months, meltwater pools into lakes and streams on the surface of the ice sheet. Guys, bottom line, we're going to have an issue, okay? We're moving on. I don't want to talk about this one anymore. It makes me sad. We're 222 in it. We're looking for you to get in the sky, right? Joanne, stop your friggin' wheezing back there, right? Anyway, guys, solar eruption captured in an unprecedented image. This is something that should have been collected by either Mark Wages or Scott from Planet X News.
Amazon employees earn at least $15 an hour, but $15 is
Shut
just
that down. We don't need to hear what they're talking about over there. We need to see this clip. I want to see that footage. We're looking at it together to see if it actually is anything worthwhile. What I was actually hoping to do, or is this it? Let's see. Oh, no, here we go. So I was hoping to see Scott from Planet X's footage because he has a really compelling one where you see this other object coming around the sun. There's something around the sun, guys. I don't know what it is, but if you look at Planet X News, there's something that's circling the sun every 28 days, and it's massive. It's massive. They don't tell us about it, and he's been shunned because of it, honestly. But he's awesome. He does a lot of great work. If you don't know about Scott from Planet X News, if you don't know about Mark Wages from Wages World, subscribe to my two brothers. They're freaking awesome at what they do. And this is a story about it. The imagery will show space experts to gain better understanding of the solar cycle. I think we got to do this as Christopher Walken, guys. Wow, CNN business, of course. Okay, so that's, I guess, the end of the story. Is that what we're dealing with here? All right. Bottom line, there was a crazy solar storm, and we caught it. All right, we saw a little bit of the video. Massive skyscraper-sized asteroid Earth today. Guys, this thing passed Earth today, okay? Hold on. This happened today. Massive skyscraper-sized asteroid passes Earth today, and you can watch it. Joanne, can you do me a favor? Stick your monstrous, humongocarditis head, because everything's swelled. Just stick your head out the window and see if you can get a look at this massive skyscraper-sized asteroid passing by. No, you can use my telescope. That's fine. Just pull it out. I think you guys says ranging between 190 meters and 430 meters, Joanne. That's right in the range of your heart from the hot air balloon carditis that you're dealing with. Right in range. No, we still haven't had any luck finding a megalodon heart. She keeps hoping that we're going to find that, and then she'll be able to just do like a heart, switch it out. That cavity of hers now, expanding. When you get that many bugaboos, they're like, you should go and get one to protect your neighbor. She got 18, and now she's dealing with it, and went from humongocarditis to gigantocarditis. Now she's on hot air balloon carditis. What's next? No, I know, Joanne. Ben Affleck carditis. I get it. When you got a Ben Affleck head. And some people say that he will be the destruction of this planet because the head is so large that if he falls over somebody, he's playing soccer, right? Somebody just trips him. He bangs that head on the surface of the earth. We're talking about a 7.4 Richter, You have to have special security, travel miles ahead of Affleck head in order to create enough space for him to travel through. We were saying the other day, like trying to figure out a way to make a hat for that head. Are you kidding me? They had to use all of the thread from A Small Nation in order to just get like that, the rib part that goes around the outside. That was all of the thread from A Small Nation for an Affleck head. And it was the bungee kind where you could literally stretch it to infinity and still needed that much. When it came to doing the head part, my goodness, Africa. Every single thread they had in Africa. Whew. They worked on it too for 7 years just to give him a Christmas hat. They told him it was coming. They sent a picture of the prototype. Oh, look, it's going to be like, as if you put a hat on, Mount Everest and it fits snugly. Ben Affleck head. When there's a head as large as an Affleck head where you need a crew in order to shoot it from multiple angles, that's what you're dealing with Affleck head. Largest head in history. Guys, let's read this. A massive asteroid, 400 meters in size, is heading for Earth in a few hours, according to NASA's asteroid tracker. But don't worry, it won't hit us. Designated 455176, Joanne. The asteroid has an estimated size ranging between 190 meters and 430 meters, and even the smaller size would already be enough to pose a significant threat. Even from where it's traveling, Joanne? Like, what are they talking about here now? According to research from Davidson Institute of Science, the educational arm of Israel's Weizmann Institute of Science, an asteroid over 140 meters in diameter would release an amount of energy at least 1,000 times greater than that released by the first atomic bomb that impacted Earth. All right. Something even larger, over 300 meters, would like Apophis. What? Joanne, can you give me a phonics check on that one? Over 300 meters wide, like this asteroid Apophis. Apophis, is that what it is? Okay. Yeah, she's Greek. She should know. Something even larger, over the 300 meters wide, like the asteroid Apophis, or in our case, the maximum estimated width of 455176 could destroy an entire continent. Joanne, like Affleck head. An asteroid over 1 kilometer in width could trigger a worldwide cataclysm. The last major disaster-level asteroid to hit the Earth, the Tunguska incident in 1908, produced an explosion far greater than that of a nuclear bomb. In fact, it was one of the largest explosions to ever happen on Earth, and that asteroid was estimated to be at most 190 meters in width, around the minimum estimated size of this asteroid. Bang, biggity, boo. But 455176 almost surely won't hit us. What the freak does that mean? Almost surely? And don't call me Shirley. All right, first of all, I didn't come down here for you to just insult me. You didn't ask first. What's your pronoun? I would have said. But you call me Shirley. It's not my name, all right? But almost surely it won't hit us, okay? But passing by the planet at a distance of around 5.36 million kilometers away, Joanne, that's roughly 3.947 billion miles by man. For comparison, the moon orbits the Earth at a distance of approximately 384,000 kilometers, only 14th as far. So bottom line, guys, it's not going to hit us. That's good. It's massive like Affleck's head. And when you're dealing with Ben Affleck head, and he may, when you got an Affleck resonance, some people are talking about the Schumann resonance. Oh, look, there's a Schumann. No, there's an Affleck resonance. It's the only resonance. And he has put film crews, through college, their families, because they need 38 cameras just to shoot his eyes. You want to get his whole head? Joanne, they want to get all of an Affleck head. What? How many? Joanne says 183 cameras to shoot an Affleck head. What happens is it's so large, and everybody brings their super wide, and still takes 183. No, Garner needs a single cam. I came to this realization when I watched the movie Mallrats. And when he's sitting across from Shannon Doherty, and he looks like he could eat her face because his head is like ridiculous, mongoloidish, that was where I said, what the frick is going on with Ben Affleck's head? And I was like 18 when I thought this, and he wasn't a massive star at the time, but I was like, what the frick is with that guy's nog? What are we talking about? I'm looking at a nog that takes up half the screen. They shot that multicam, and then they had to do a stitch, and then they shrunk it down in order to make it look normal next to Shannon Doherty's head. If you looked at it too, Shannon Doherty wasn't really looking exactly at his head because it was green screened at the time. And so she's there, but Affleck was in another state. He couldn't be in the same freaking. Are you kidding me? There's no way to fit him and Doherty in the same state. You got to film them green screen. You do a stitcheroo, shink them down, pop them in there. Look, they're together in the mall. That's how they do every Affleck movie. Green screen technology was designed because of Ben Affleck's head. Nobody wanted to really look into the history of green screening, but it started with an Affleck head. They're like, we got to do something about this friggin' Nog. Yeah, I know he's a great actor. Let's do it. So now they just employ 183 cameras. Affleck. Sometimes when people are really, really feeling like they're getting into it and they got to take on the whole world, you know, they're like, man, I'm so Affleck, you know, because one day he's going to have to take on an asteroid for us. That's part of his agreement with the planet. When he came here from, you know, circling our planet, circling the sun, and he was on his own orbit, and all of a sudden he landed here, and he's Affleck head, but nobody realizes it because they're seeing him on a silver screen where they've shrunk down his head. But one day, when the asteroid that's really coming to get us comes on down, Affleck head steps up. He does. You know, I've seen this episode. Back to the Future, Mark. He steps up. He puts his friggin' Nog out like this. You want to take it? That friggin' asteroid comes in at a billion, like a Mach billion, right? At Affleck's head. He takes it. Just bang, shoo, dust. The asteroid turns to dust. No, I know. It was like cobalt and steel and metal. It turned to dust when it hit Affleck's head. He didn't even feel it. He woke up the next day and he did push-ups. I don't know how he does push-ups with that friggin' noggin. That's a good question. Joanne said, how does he do push-ups with that nog? Good question. It's a good one. Guys, 3,400-year-old tablets suggest King Tut's ancient dagger was not from Egypt. A combined team of researchers from Japan and Egypt have found evidence that suggests a dagger found at King Tut's tomb had origins outside of Egypt. In the paper published in the Journey Meteorite, Joanne, can you please stop scrolling? I'm trying to read it. You know, meteoritics, Joanne. Published in a journal, Meteoritics and Planetary Science, the group described their study of the dagger and also of the Armana letters tablets and what they learned by doing so. When archaeologists opened King Tut's tomb in the early 1900s, they found, among other things, a dagger with an iron blade and curses left and right. Everybody died, I think. The finding was interesting because of the Iron Age had not yet started. Humans had not yet learned how to heat native iron to sufficient temperatures for smelting. Whoever smelt it dealt it. Look, Joanne, no, you can't smelt it. If you didn't know, are you kidding me? Number 2, did you smelt it? Whoever smelt it dealt it, number 2. Are you kidding me? Get Dr. Fauci on the phone immediately. Yeah, I know, I need to talk to him about smelting it. Whether he figured out how to smelt the meteorite yet. Yep, get him on the line. Dr. Fauci, it's Dr. Evil.
Oh, hi, Dr. Evil.
Look, I'm here. I'm looking at the meteorite. Did you get it set up with COVID-9?
Shouldn't even have said the first part.
The Cove? Of course I did. I put it on with 9,747 masks.
Over the years, the dagger has been studied by various researchers seeking to learn more about the origin. In 2016, a team of researchers confirmed the iron was from a meteorite, and now is in its new effort. The researchers have learned more about the kind of meteorite that had been used to make the blade. Can we just, where is it freaking from? I don't care about all this other crap, right? Analysis of the blade composition could not reveal where the meteorite had landed. What the heck are we talking about then? You're telling me it's not from Egypt, Georgian? It said it landed somewhere on the planet. You can't figure out where the freak it landed? Joanne, stop your wheezing. Oh, goodness. The tablets were inscribed approximately 3,400 years ago, about a century before King Tut was interred. In looking at the transcription, the researchers noted a section where an iron dagger was mentioned. It was given to King Tut's grandfather by the king of Mitanni. Nailed that one, Joanne. Mitanni. Suggesting the meteorite may have landed in what is now Syria. Okay. Well, at least we have some sort of answer to that. So, Joanne, pretty cool. Dagger. The dagger of Brunei. I don't know. That's the thing. I just made it up. Anyway, check this out, Joanne. A forgotten continent from 40 million years ago may have just been rediscovered. What's this about? A low-lying continent that existed some 40 million years ago and was home to exotic fauna may have paved the way for Asian mammals to colonize southern Europe, new research suggests. Wedged between Europe, Africa, and Asia, the forgotten continent, which researchers have dubbed Balkanatalia, I can't believe I freaking nailed that one, became a gateway between Asia and Europe when sea levels dropped and the land bridge formed around 34 million years ago. When and how the first wave of Asian mammals made it to southeastern Europe remains poorly understood. Paleontologist, jeez, Joanne, you're rushing me on the teleprompter. Paleogeologist, Joanne. No, their name's not Joanne. No, I'm giving you a hard time because you're telepromptering me. Paleogeologist Alexis Licht and colleagues write in their new study, but the result was nothing short of dramatic. Around 34 million years ago, at the end of the Eocene epoch, you're pushing me along, Joanne. Give me a moment to read that one again. Around 34 million years ago, at the end of the Eocene epoch, huge numbers of native mammals disappeared from the Western Europe. Here's the thing, Joanne. When you're reading something live, and you don't have it, you never read it before in the history of time, you're doing a cold read. You can't rush it sometimes, especially when you're dealing with words like Eocene epoch, and then followed up with huge numbers of native mammals disappeared in Western Europe and new Asian mammals emerged. What are we talking about over here, Joanne? Can't rush through that type of thing. Going back. But the result was nothing short of dramatic. Around 34 million years ago, at the end of the Eocene epoch, huge numbers of native mammals disappeared from Western Europe and new Asian mammals emerged. Joanne, what are you kidding me over here? And then, in a sudden extinction event now known as the Grand Capture. Capture, Joanne, get it right for the love of God. Recent fossil findings in the Balkans, however, have upended that timeline, pointing towards a peculiar bioregion that appears to have enabled Asian mammals to colonize southeastern Europe as much as 5 to 10 million years ago, before the Grand Capture occurred. No, I know, Joanne. I did a reverse thing for you because you didn't get it right the first time. I needed to go back. I had to get it right. I can't do the news story, and then you can't cut it in later. So we did a VCR. Now you got it. You got a double decker. You take it, you cut it, you take that little part out where I had to go in reverse because we were doing a VCR, and then you're golden. Just use a little editing. You splice the tape, Charlie Chaplin style. You take it, use tape. You taped it together. We're good to go. Recent findings in the Balkans, however, have upended the timeline. And to investigate Licht of the French National Center for Scientific Research and colleagues re-examined the evidence from all known fossil sites in the area, which covers the present-day Balkan Peninsula and Anatolia, the westernmost protrusion of Asia. The age of these sites was revised based on current geological data, and the team reconstructed paleogeographic changes that transpired in the region, Joanne, which has a complex history of episodic drowning and reemergence. Do you know that? I didn't know that. We're finding it out real time together. This is Renaissance Man Show. We read freaking stories together in the moment. What they found suggests Balkanatalia. Joanne, can you give me a moment again? Stop pushing me on the teleprompter. She's always telepromptering me. And I can't read that one because that's a crazy word. Balkanatalia. I got it right the first time when we read, from the top of the story, Joanne. But then on that one, hit me for a left hook, right? I got it like a Mike Tyson left hook on that one. I'm still dazed. Served as a stepping stone for animals to move from Asia into Western Europe, with the transformation of the ancient landmass from standalone continent to land bridge, and subsequent invasion which Asian mammals, why do they have to make it so racist, Joanne? Why can't they just say mammals? Why do they gotta go Asian on it, right? Is that even proper nomenclature anymore? What are we talking about? I want to say, I don't know, someone's gonna have a problem with that. I'm just pointing it out because, everybody has a very sensitive Sandy. All right, you know what I mean? Anyway, here we go. The transformation of the ancient landmass from standalone continent to land bridge, and a subsequent invasion with Asian mammals. Again with the Asian, Joanne?
Just cut it out. Just take it out on each, so we can just say mammals. Okay, we're gonna do this again. No, you want me to reverse it? Yes. And subsequent invasion with Asian mammals, coinciding with some dramatic paleogeographic changes, Joanne. Around 50 million years ago, Balkan Italia was isolated archipelago, separate from neighboring continents, where a unique collection of animals distinct from those of Europe and Eastern Asia thrived. The analysis found that one, Joanne. Then a combination of falling sea level and growing Antarctic ice sheets and tectonic shifts. That's an Affleck thing. Going back to Affleck head. You're dealing with an Affleck head, which is bigger than some people say Pluto. He could be the phantom ninth planet. We're still figuring that one out. These allowed Asian mammals, including rodents and four-legged hoofed mammals, like the AKA ungulates. Joanne, what is an ungulate? They say AKA. Is that a hoofed? I assume that's a four-legged hoof mammal. An AKA ungulate. Can you do me a favor? I'm at Starbucks now. I'm looking for that new special that they have. Yeah, can I have a venti ungulate? You have an ungulate? If I can't get an ungulate, what kind of latte do you want? I want an ungulate. You can't give me an ungulate? I came down to get it. I don't even want freaking sugar in that ungulate. You just make it. I'm going over to get some brown sugar. I dropped it in there. I got a song in my ear. No, I'm sorry. I'm just into it. I can't wait to drink my ungulate. Joanne, you can't get an ungulate. I'm not buying you one because you keep messing up and wheezing back there. It's tough when you're dealing with a Joanne constantly. Just bringing you down. 222, Joanne, you're supposed to bring us up. You just don't know how to stop wheezing. Opening and closing that freaking drawer, right? And the chains. Okay, so we have to keep her anchored. Hot air balloon carditis. According to the record, elected colleagues also discovered fragments of a jawbone belonging to a rhinoceros-like animal at the fossil site in Turkey, which they dated to around 38 to 35 million years ago. The fossil is arguably the oldest Asian... Joanne, I gotta do that one again. Yeah, I know, it was terrible. The fossil is arguably the oldest Asian-like ungulate, discovered in Anatolia to date and predates the Grand Kapur by at least 1.5 million years, suggesting that Asian mammals were well on their way to Europe via Balkan Italia. Joanne, you could have gone too. The southern pathway to Europe across Balkan Italia was perhaps more favorable for adventurous animals than traversing higher latitude routes through Central Asia, which at the time were drier, cooler, desperate steppes. Licht and colleagues also suggest. However, they point out that the paper that past connectivity between individual Balkan Italian islands and the existence of this southern dispersal route remain debated, and that the story pieced together thus far is only built on mammalian fossils. A more complete picture of past Balkan Italian biodiversity remains to be drawn. Many of the geological changes that gave rise to Balkan Italia have yet to be fully understood, and it's important to note that this review is just one team's interpretation of the fossil record. That said, the fossil record of mammals and other vertebrates living on the island is usually sparse and patchy, whereas the rich terrestrial fossil record of Balkan Italia provides a unique opportunity to document the evolution and demise of island biotas in deep time. The team concluded there, Joanne. They're done. They got nothing else on it. This study was published in Earth Sciences Reviews. When you got a biotas going on and you got a, you're doing your freaking, what's the name of that thing again? I'm waiting for it. Bungalate or whatever it was. I want my ungulate. Joanne, get me an ungulate. Call it in. And when they ask you what an ungulate is, you tell them, figure the friggin' thing out, because it's the best drink ever. I've been getting them every day now, ungulates. They're so good. Sometimes when you're just needing that to fill that void. You just ran a mile, right? Some people are like, I want water. You're like, I want an ungulate.
Oonga latte, oonga, oonga. When they made the song for Oonga latte, that's when it was just like, oh, it's on, you know. Oonga latte, get your mother oonga latte, yeah. Don't put no vanilla in it, don't put no sugar in it, just drink your mother oonga latte, yeah. It was the best song ever. Grammy. That guy, whoever wrote that song, it's doing it, you know. You always could wonder, like, how would someone think of that song? It would have been great if I could have thought of something like that. Oonga latte. When they came out with the blues, you know, the slow down blues version, where they went from, you know, the upbeat, and they were like, oonga latte, I gotta get a latte of that mother and oonga. Oh my goodness. The reggae version was hot, you know. Oonga latte, oonga latte. You got to get the mother oonga latte, oonga latte. You know, everybody wanted to buy that one. They were listening to it summertime. They were listening to the oonga latte jam. You know, imagine you get the oonga. It was crazy when this happened. They were just like, oonga latte, oonga latte, oh, oonga latte, oh, oonga latte. Go down to Starbucks, order my drink of the day. Somebody say what you're drinking. You're going to have something hot. I say you can make it cold as long as you know what I'm getting, what I'm drinking, what we're getting into. Oonga latte, me and you, yeah. Oonga latte, oonga latte, oonga latte, oonga latte. Get me a venti oonga latte. Get me a venti oonga latte. Oh, everybody wants an oonga latte all the time now, because we made it up on the Renaissance Man Show. Now everyone know you can only get the oonga latte if you go to Starbucks on Black Rock, and if you don't go there you won't ever find an oonga latte, no, cause it's one crazy man's crazy game, coming up with a name for a new drink on bone. It's the oonga latte bar, the best drink in the world, oonga latte. Oh, you go down to Starbucks and you say, I want a venti, and they say, you need anything else? I'll say, how about 5 more oonga latte? I don't know what else I'd be drinking here from this crap place. No, I don't even wanna be here, but I need to get my oonga latte. Yeah, my oonga latte. Yeah, I need my oonga latte. Won't you drink an oonga latte too? Well, drinking oonga lattes, me and you. Newest drink from Starbucks. The oonga latte. By Menon. You know, Joanne, you get something from a news story, you know, and you do an oonga latte song. Somebody remind me to get that and drop that for you. So, Joanne, what's next in the news? Do we have anything new? We did an oonga latte on that one. I'll tell you what, that was well worth it. That was well worth it. Newly discovered dinosaur from Argentina belongs to a rather armless family. They're saying that it could liken upon harmless, Joanne, you see. Instead of saying harmless, they said armless, and they did it in quotes, so you know what they meant was harmless, because that friggin' dinosaur looks kind of like you. I don't think you'd be doing much damage either. except for on my freaking chair. I got that special chair, orthopedic, and you turned it flat. I don't even know how that happened. So you're freaking kidding me. Even though you got the hot air balloon card, you're off now. But still, you are destroying everything back there. Spirit-filled! Head over to YouTube and join us if you can. And hopefully, guys, you're enjoying the news today. This has been another crazy night of the news. And I'm going to play that other bit soon, I think, which is completely nuts. Newly discovered dinosaur from Argentina belongs to a rather armless family. Paleontologists at Argentina have identified a new species of dinosaur, which likely had some feeble forearms. It would make Tyrannosaurus Rex look like Popeye in comparison. The dinosaur named Jusmesia ochnaya. Joanne, I didn't get that one right. Jusmesia ochioa. Oh, is that Ocho Cinco? Did he come up with that name? The Chad Ocho Cinco, I think, is that what that says? The dinosaur named Chad Ocho Cinco and identified from a single skull. What? No, it's not. It's not Chad Ocho Cinco. Oh, Joanne. The dinosaur named Jamisia ochio and identified from a single skull is thought to belong to a clade of tiny armed carnivores known as abelicipedarids. No, I'm going to let that one sit, Joanne. I'm not doing anything on that one. Abelisaurids, which one tramped across Europe, Africa, South America, and India before they went extinct about 66 million years ago, guys. So I think that's one of the last stories. Oh, no, we have one more. I'm going to get you a little hungry here. Okay? I'm sorry to do this to you, but I saw this story, and I was like, yep, doing it. Anybody else up for a trip right now? Krispy Kreme stuffed an entire Twix bar into a donut. What are we talking about? I'm going to get one, and there's no freaking Krispy Kreme anywhere where I am. Does anybody, Joanne, can you do a Google search? Where is there a Krispy Kreme? I'm going for the Twix-filled Krispy Kreme. I want a double-decker. I showed up there around the side. Can I get a six-pack? Oh, yeah, we only sell them in 6 or dozens. Do you get a baker's dozen? What's a baker's dozen, sir? 13. When you order a 12er, you give me a 13. Oh, no, we don't do that here. How could you not do a baker's dozen? You're a bakery. We do a baker's dozen. I buy a dozen, you give me 13. That's just common sense. And also, that's fair market practice right there. We all know about the baker's dozen. You can't just all of a sudden get rid of the baker's dozen and be like, oh, it's just a normal dozen. Well, then don't call it baker's dozen. You call it baker's dozen and give me 12? Right, Joanne? No, I know I always give you the 13th because the other 12 are for me. I'll give her the 13th, because I always put me first. I mean, her, you know what I mean. When you're doing it with Joanne and you're going to give somebody, you give it to Joanne last because she doesn't need it. She does not need, dealing with a Krispy Kreme over here. I'm just going to see if I can I grab a little bit. Joanne, I'm just going to take a little nibble, okay? Oh my goodness. That is so freaking good, guys. I gotta grab a little more. Hold on a second. All right. Decadent. You got a Twix in there. You got a regular chocolate ready, with their whole glazing on the outside. And Joanne, I'm sorry. I gotta grab a little more. It's just so freaking good. Hold on a second. All right. I'm not in the right direction. All right. There we go. Oh my God, I gotta drink my coffee to put that down. It's so good. I gotta be honest, it's almost too sugary. I'm thinking I just want to get a Twixaroo with some chocolate frosting and with a little bit of glazing, but I don't want to get too sugary where all of a sudden my teeth hurt. My teeth hurt a little bit. But let me just try a little more to make sure. And get over that. That's so good. Guys, I'm going to eat the rest when you're not paying attention. I'm going to get it. I'm going to eat it. Sometimes when you're going after a Krispy Kreme and you just want to grab the whole thing and throw it in, you know what I mean? I'm thinking about I may even just go and grab a Twix while I'm here. Let me see if I can grab a Twix. Yeah.
Kind of caramelly. Like a flick.
That's the one that I don't like about Twix alone. You get a Twix alone, and it's stuck in your teeth. You know, that's the only thing I can't stand. I don't like having them because of that. It's never what I want to do twice. Because it doesn't, you know, it's back there. And you're trying to get it. It's there in your teeth, wedged in there. Krispy Kreme, Twix. That is a combo like no other. You know what I mean? You get the Twix Krispy Kreme combo and you don't bring one by Renaissance Man Studios? What are we talking about, Joanne? I'm here. I'm doing it. You can't buy an extra? Just pop it by. I'm in San Diego. I don't give a crap. We're here, Connecticut. You can't jump on the closest bicycle? Just drive it on out. Oh, here you go, Mark. Here's a Krispy Kreme with Twix. I just happen to be in the area. I appreciate you. Now get the freaking hell out of here. I'm eating this. All right? I got to get back to the show. But you did a good thing for your soul. You know, you brought it down. You came here. You gave me. Here you go. Here's your Krispy Kreme with the Twix in it. You did a good thing. God wanted you to do that. You know, he's saying, you got to go and do that, Renaissance Man Show. And when you did it, you got the ultimate of fulfillment. When you're on your deathbed, you'll get total consciousness. So you got that going for you. When you do a Bill Murray and you're there and you did Krispy Kreme at the same time and you're just going back for thirds and fourths and fifths. Oh my goodness. Guys, you got to go get the Krispy Kreme Twix. It's the best combo ever. Somebody clip this and send it to freaking Krispy Kreme. See if they'll give me a box of Krispy Kreme Twix. You know, can I get one Krispy Kreme? Can you hook a brother up? I'm happy to do a brand sponsorship deal for you. You know, you sell affiliate program. Krispy Kreme Twixers on the show. Get your Twix Krispy Kreme at Krispy Kreme by Menon. I can even call by Menon for you. We can get a little, you know, dual sponsorship going. You do a duel with the name, a world-renowned brand name that everybody knows. Everybody misses hearing the by Menon at the end of commercials. And all of a sudden, you bring it back. Krispy Kreme, by Menon. Everybody's on it. They're all so excited, you know, to be a part. Sometimes you're just lucky to be in the studio while Krispy Kreme freaking Twix are sitting right here and you're just grabbing a handful of it, you know, and you're just, no, Joanne, I'm enjoying I'll eat on camera Brad Pitt style. I don't care. She's always making fun of Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's always eating on camera when he's doing a film. So they gave him food. He ate. What are you going to do? What are we talking about, Joanne? You got a problem with that? Him eating some food and like doing right by his belly in the middle of a take? You just have to wonder if he did 57 takes and he's eating in each one. How does he say so svelte? You got to question these things. Sometimes you think about the little things in life. So, guys, that is officially our news for the day. 1 hour of the news, roughly. And I've been digging on the news. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I've been having a lot of fun doing the news with you. And there was some crazy stuff again tonight, wasn't there? Like, what are we doing? We have so much craziness here with this news program. JV, how are you, my friend? We are officially here, day 1,149 in a row, and we just had an hour of comedy news like we do every day. I hope you enjoy it, and check it out every single day. Go over and see the comedy news program. We put out these shorts, and then I'll go live and do this every single night. Plus, we're doing all kinds of other stuff, like playing that guitar. Oh, yeah, we wrote a song about Ungalate. I got an Ungalate. That was crazy. I'm out of my mind. It's totally nuts. Kind of like being a little out of my mind because that wouldn't be very fun if we weren't doing something crazy, right? So, I'm doing great, JV. It's so good to see you. I'm going to rock something for you guys here. This is a special that you're going to see tomorrow at noon. You know, in fact, I'm not sure if I want to show it to you. I may play you something else. This, I'm definitely playing you the Putin song. It's not really a Putin song, but I released this today. It's called Putin Sings the News. It's kind of crazy. Give it a like, give it a share. This is the link. I'm going to play it for you. And I think it's only 3 minutes, so I can't go grab a bowl of cereal or something. Although I'd like to do that. Let's see. I'm going to pop this on. Then we'll determine if I want to play you tomorrow's clip, which is going to be outrageous. It's 22 minutes long.
Every sound you're about to hear,
at noon.
every note about to be sung.
All right. This is Putin singing the news.
You see, in 1899, we dropped this flu, this pandemic on the peoples. Everyone died. Oh, you can't get by. No, everyone got the COVID flu. We make it in a plague the zoo. You have it when you're there in Russia. You have it with your vodka and you say, Babushka, coming, we'll have it together. We go okay. We have to get the bugaboo so we can be okay, me and you. Oh no, we drink vodka instead. Oh yeah, that makes us fine. Some people wonder what happened to Victor. He was the guy who had the time to kill all of the victims. They say, look, I saw Victor. He come through, he hide, he come in the trees, he come to kill us. 1, 2, 3. I can't get away, he's got the poison. He poisoned us all. He poisons his cat, his dog. He poisons his goldfish. What is wrong with Victor? He crazy. He poisoned everybody. Victor have no friend, no. But the Russian flu, he got the judge to give it to me and you. Oh, 1889, you have the Russian time. You make it the flu, you give it to you. You're going to fare better than any time. Look, we have immunity. This was all on purpose. We have to have an immunity so you could go get yours at the party. I don't know what I'm saying now, Joe. It's Victor, the Russian spy, right?
Broke the string, really?
If you want to eat healthy and feel your best, you've got...
Yes. I broke a string. Not yes, but it's still okay. Breaking a string is fine. That's that expression to the fullest right there when you break a freaking string. You know what I mean? That means I gotta grab a little acoustic out. A little acoustic-aroo. Did I plug it out? Okay, good. Means we have battery power left in that sucker. When I play guitar, though, I'm gonna have to change strings in this sucker. Actually, I want to take them all off. We're gonna clean this puppy down, and I'm gonna raise the action a touch because I'm getting a weird buzzing on this here. You hear that? So we'll be fixing that. But for now, it's funny. I wrote a song with just 5 strings, and it wound up being a great song. You guys remember that one? Oh, now I challenge myself, of course. playing for too long. We're waiting for someone we could come join. This is why I broke the string. I thought that I was like, man, it's really low in the mix. I'm pulling on them hard. It's because I didn't have the lead section on. It was on rhythm. I need the beat seat to rock anything. I really need my drum. It's the only thing I want to play if I want to play something cool like that. Break these strings if I can. I'll break the freaking hell out of them. It's buzzing like a mow, right, man? I got one dead string, so that's what's probably shaking. I'm gonna change the strings on this puppy. We'll get the acoustic out in a minute. I'm just trying to see if I can break more strings while I'm at it. You know what I mean? You know, like maybe throw the thing against the, you know what I mean? We're doing it. Love me 2 times, baby.
Love me twice today. Love me 2 times, girl. We don't have that note. I need that bottom string to hit those notes. Dun, 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 dun. I'm blown away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Guys, check out the 170 songs on iTunes from the last 13 months. We got a new album coming out in 7 days. Don't know what's going on yet. I haven't really edited many songs, but I also have to get a feature film done for you, so got a lot of editing to do, so I'm not sure. I got to definitely cut in and make some time for that. You know what I mean? But guys, this is I'm in Love. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. This is basically the moment where we express ourselves and we connect and leave it out into the universe. Remember, universe. You need to connect yourself to it because you are it. And this is the day of ascension. I didn't even think about 2/22/22 is amazing, but the fact that it's also on a Tuesday is the craziest of all things. Like, we know we'd eventually all get to 2/22/2022, right? But the fact that it's also a Tuesday is like, what? Accidents Will Happen by Elvis Costello. I don't know, but when you give me a title, if I don't know the song, I have to write you a song called that. So I'm going to write you a song right now, JB, called Accidents Will Happen. The beat seat, the ultimate percussion drum. The only drum for singer-songwriters that I invented it. You can go to beatseat.rocks. Usually I have my little things. They don't work anymore. I don't know why, but let me try to get this up and running for us. All right. Maybe I don't have to step on that cord and make it that noise the whole time. Oh, it's so annoying. This thing is so weak today. Sounded pretty, actually. All right, so the question was, can I write a song? Texas Lady, how are you? I want to say hi to Chris Donaldson, I'm in Love, JB Maps, Kathleen Danford, No More Control, kicking it with me, I love it, Pamela Swan, Texas Lady, Virgo Psych, World Debt Now, my friend, and we got Heine Kiney. Guys, Heine Kiney's here. Heine, how you doing out there? You doing it? You come by, leave a cool comment, Heine. You got a Heine butt. You got a double Heine butt there with your Heine Kiney. Yeah, I saw it, the Heine Kiney. They know what's going on. You got to go to YouTube to see Heine Kiney. She's there in the chat right now. He? Joanne says it's he. Heine, thanks for kicking it with us. You left that comment. You know that comment. The one where it was like, go to J97FY7P, whatever. And it's some site that's not even a real site. It's just a weird comment. You're the best at that, Heine butt. So good at it.
They hired you specific to stop by Renaissance Man Show so you could leave your hiney butt comment. I'm proud of you. Guys, we're doing a special today. We're going light show background on the acoustic. Woo, we haven't done this. It's always been in the electric. So today, if you are on TikTok, head over to YouTube, link in bio, and it's going to help you join the family, first of all. And this is where the show's live every day for the last 1,149 days in a row. And you see it in full green screen. Plus, what I do right now with the light show, woo, it's a lot of fun. You got to come over, check it out. We're doing it. Guys, beat seat scene, that's what we call it.
Why wait until retirement
And
to
this
have
is it.
fun?
We're rocking it.
Tastyworks IRAs allow you to directly manage your own money in a
Come on, give me some love. Oh, yes, it's still working. Last week it was like, you need to log in, and it's you're private. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. You either play or I have to find you a new background. No, we got it back, guys. We're good again. Right, let me fix me over here. It's double me. There's a double. I'm doing a Wrigley's Spearmint commercial. I was hired. Background. So what's kind of cool about this, hopefully you guys can hear the guitar okay. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's coming through nice and clear. We had to write a song here first, then we're going to get into some other things. But first and foremost, acoustic. Chris, I got the acoustic out, my friend. The song was, JB wants me to play a song called Accidents Will Happen. Okay. We're good now. Let me get the topic again one more time. Accidents will happen. I think I gotta do the other part next. Doing our best every step of the way. Most times we're doing it, even though there's no pay. Every now and then you see someone you may call a friend, only to find that they slit your throat and they try to take advantage of you. Oh, then you just step all over them, yeah. Take them down, run them over with your 67 Cadillac. Accidents happen,
That's what you tell the cops. Oh, yeah, they come by and say, what the heck's going down right here? You say, accidents happen. Oh, yes, they do. The guy rose up, tried to say a thing or two to you. You say, oh, come a little closer here. I can't hear you. Can you say it one more time? He starts to speak and you punch him in the mouth. Accidents happen. Accidents happen. Moral of the story, don't you dare point your finger at me. 'Cause there'll be an accident, my friend, involving you. Oh, yeah, and they're coming back. Yeah, when I get done with you, accidents happen every day. Accidents happen, happen. Accidents happen. Oh, oh, accidents happen. Accidents happen. say accidents happen. We all know accidents can happen. Accidents happen every day, every way. Is why you got to get the most of today, yeah. Don't miss your window, 'cause accidents happen. You don't want to get colder and left behind, no. Accidents happen. Accidents happen. Accidents happen. Sometimes when you're feeling down, you need a friend who lifts you up, a friend who reminds you how special you are. Yeah, we can be so hard on ourselves every day, in every way, thinking about everything constantly. Can't put it down, no, can't let that frown go, no, gotta find a way to smile, you and me both, yeah, don't you know, yeah, 'cause accidents happen every day, so why not get the most of everything you can be. There's no such thing as a failure unless you sit back and watch it all go on around you. 'Cause accidents happen. Sitting by, watch the world pass you by is the only accident that truly can come true. You got to go, got to be you.
Yeah, got to fill the universe with everything you got to share. Yeah, show the world that you really care. Cause we're missing that these days. Yeah, I don't see we can find anyone who wants to put themselves out there to make a change. So you got to see where you want to be and ask yourself if you want to be a part of the change or hold the world down. You got the choice now. Now remember that accidents happen. And if you don't get those, notice how far away you can never see it, no. What started as a goofy tune is likely going to be on the next album. This is free-flowing jazz fusion. It's both, actually, because I think what I would say, Niall, is you probably could explain this better than me. But how would you categorize someone who never was trained? I don't know anything about the guitar. I just feel things and play them. So I think this is called live improvisation, is just what I call it. It's live songwriting, but the genre I would say is folk, blues, funk. You know what I mean? And then when I got the electric guitar, it's like funk, blues, soul. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but there's also soul in this too, so I really can't say. I want to thank whoever's sitting here kicking it with me over here on TikTok right now. I love you. I just want you to know that. Jose, you're back! I love you, Jose. I want to say thank you so much for being here with me. And Skylar, thank you for being here with me as well. Guys, if you get a chance, click the link above and join us over on YouTube. It's the best platform, plus you get to hear the show better and see the light show going on behind me. That was a pretty cool song. Was that good? World Debt, you liked it? Oh, thank you, Pamela. All right, we're going to try to do something else now since that happened. That was pretty crazy. I was going to play you guys a cover, but I think we're on to some original stuff tonight for sure with something like that on the acoustic. I was feeling this acoustic, the vibe on this, breaking it down, bringing it down levels. And for the most part, we're keeping it in basic tune. This is not terrible. Oh, JV, I'm so happy. The whole idea of this show is to get us to break away from all that negativity, and like it's all negativity because its intention is to bring us information so we're prepared, but within that is so much stress, so much fear, and with that takes you away from the moment. It keeps you thinking about something that doesn't exist. It's the future. So I stress to everybody to remember one important thing about this show and about everything that this show is about. Yesterday happened. In fact, that song I just created already happened. It's over. I can't go back now. We did it. It's amazing. It was a great moment, but now we move on and do another moment because the past already happened. We need to live in this second here. And this show is literally the second happening. With no script, I'm forced. And this is what I'm realizing now. I'm forced to constantly be thinking about what am I going to do next, but in the moment. I'm not thinking ahead. In the moment, my mind tells me where my comedy should go, and that's why we do 30-minute bits. And that's why when I'm in the middle of a song, I'm thinking of all these words are flying at me because this is how I feel about society. This is how I feel about everything. And it comes out in the moment. We're going to do it again right now. Let's see what we got. I spoke too soon. think my musical influence started with... I'll play you one right now. This is a good example of one of my influences. You could probably tell by the way I play. A lot of times it's a vibe like this, but my first real love, music love, and this is what got me to buy a guitar. I was 17 years old, went to a high school party. Senior year, we finally all hung out together. You know, it's like there's all these cliques until like the last year, all of a sudden everybody's getting along. So we're all hanging out together at a party, and one of my friends, Sean, is playing a guitar. And I never heard anybody play a guitar in person before. Believe that. I'm 17 and I used to be into hip hop. And that's why you could hear me doing like this kind of like freestyle rapping. It's not rapping, but it's blues singing with like a really repetitive, fast like tempo to it, I guess you would call it. It's got a hip hop vibe to it, but it's acoustic. And so I was into that type of stuff. And my first time hearing the guitar was Sean. He's playing the guitar, and I'll play you the song he was rocking on in a second, but let me get this one out. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I start singing while he's playing. And I said to my best friend at the time, who was at the party with me, I said, you know, I'm going to learn how to play every one of Dave Matthews' songs. And next year when we get together, I'm going to be playing his songs. And that's what I wanted to do at the beginning. I was like, I just want to learn how to play Dave Matthews' songs. They're so cool. And once I learned how to play his songs after 6 months, you guys the other night heard me play my first 2 songs I ever wrote. I wrote those the first night that I wrote music. And then I've been writing tons of songs every night we go live. It's kind of nuts. But this right here is one of my favorite songs of Dave Matthews that I never played until recently because I always thought it was harder to play than it really is. It always sounded more difficult because of the studio production. They do a great job of production on this one. But I would say, so this is the best way I would explain it, Niall, and then you could tell me what you would consider on this. Ready? I liked Dave Matthews and that type of music, Bob Dylan. I was listening to Jethro Tull and listening to this type of stuff. But then I got hooked on Eric Krasno's guitar playing, and that's why I bought a jazz guitar. That's why I started playing electric guitar. I wanted to be able to be the first in my mind. I was like the first guy I wanted to be able to loop, play guitar really well, acoustic, and then be able to rip it up on the electric, or not on the electric, but on a jazz guitar. That's why, because I saw Krasno play, and he's so good. He's got this. He's like they're huge in Japan because they're like this fusion jazz. So that's where I do get a lot of the fusion style. But I love Kraz. He's one of my favorite guitar players. And that's what led me towards a fusion between acoustic music and being able to tear it up on the guitar. That's what I wanted to be able to do in my mind. Inventing the beat seat came over later, and creating the first drum that I can create drum beats and also sit comfortably while I play. That all happened later. But this song right here is one of my favorites of DMB, and I never really was able to play it until I learned the chords, and it's simple. I just never saw the chords until maybe, a year ago, guys? I got a heater right by me. I got to shut it off. All right, here we go. I got it right finally. I swear by now I am playing time against my troubles. I'm coming slow, I'm speeding. Do you wish attention? Why run. They play in times the difficulties coming. I will go this way, and I'll find my own way out, and I won't tell you to stay, and I'm coming to much more. All at once the ghosts come, baby. What if they came down crushing? Remember when I used to say, oh, loneliness that nobody notices now. I'm begging so I'm coming. Only waiting. I wanted to stay. I wanted to play. I wanted to fly. I'm only this far. Only tomorrow is the way. I'm waltzing back into your head. I'm moving to your head, please. I wouldn't pass you by. I wouldn't take any more than one sort of man goes by. I will bring water, and why won't you ever be glad? It melts into wonder. I came in praying for you. Why won't you run into the rain and rain and let the tears splash all over you? I wouldn't pass this by. No, I wouldn't take any more than what sort of man goes by. I will bring water, and why won't you ever be glad? It melts into wonder. I came in praying for you. Why won't you run into the rain and play? Let the tears splash all over you. So I always liked that tune. Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you, Flixio, my friend. Rocking it. You're awesome. I got to get you on the air, bud. I saw your collection. Holy cow. I got a 3DO. I think I saw you have a 3DO also. I got a 3DO, and I love it because I liked Mad Dog McCree. I want to get Flixio on with me. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about it. Guys, at the end of the day, we played a little DMB for you, you know? It's so true. Freedom, my friend. So good to see. I'm going to play something for Freedom because we only have the acoustic today. You know, we're rocking with the acoustic. Doing it. sometimes we get into really crazy stuff. It depends on wherever my mind is at the moment. A lot of it's really upbeat, and then there's a lot of stuff that's really society driven. But it all depends. If someone asks for a topic, then that leads to something as well. I do. I miss the Trump stuff. I was doing the Trump show so much. That stuff was a lot of fun to do, guys. Here, let me play you something here. You know, I talked about we are officially into 223, guys. So because we are started, we just ended and moved into a new year, essentially, with this 223, where it's the last time we're going to see 222 ever again, our lives at least. But in the essence of starting this positivity and moving it forward and driving all this love that we have for this world out into the world now that we've pushed in, we've ascended. We've ascended. I didn't let something come to me today. I'll let you know about that right after I finish this song. But this song right here is called What a Day. First of all, you better get that in tune. When you don't play it a lot, it gets out of tune very quickly.
Blazing in the sun, and Poseidon he lacks your intensity, rising with voices gently and wasting in the wind, and the grounds will shake when you find your place in life. You struggle just to keep that place in line. Kick back, give thanks for all the joy you feel inside. Don't be a stranger all the days of your life. Mine, no. For sure, I've made some big mistakes through my years. But it makes no difference in the end. Some will judge you wrong. Some will hold you close to the heart. Some will hold you closer to the heart. And easy for a while, and then you will not be the same way. Some will judge you wrong. Some will hold you closer to the heart. Easy come, easy go. Easy for a while, and then easy for a while. Oh, what a day, what a beautiful day. Would you kick back kick back and let it all hang down. Should I never run? It's an oasis blazing in the sun. And Poseidon, he lacks your intensity. Rising with voices, gently and wasting in the wind. And the grounds will shake when you find your place in life. The grounds will shake, yeah, when you find your place in life. The grounds will shake when you find your place in life. Easy for a while. Easy for a while. Whoa, what a day. Oh, what a day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Some weird stuff I'm on to tonight. That doesn't even go anywhere.
Oh, goodness, guys. Ooh, we got some lyrics coming through from Niall. Oh, he's writing them for me. Hold on. I hope I didn't get rid of that. Ah. Let's put it back in because we got lyrics there. We got to work with them. Hold on. Let's try these lyrics out that Niall left for me. Ready? That didn't work. It started okay, but we even messed it up there. Let's see what Niall's got over here. Ready? Used to die to feel alive. Lived and feel revived. It's back. Somehow I survived. Heartless soul belied. Deep down, got soul we come out for night. Something stirs deep down, and you got to let it out when you got time. You see, everything happens in the moment here. You can think it, let it go, forget it, 'cause it's gone, clear your memory. Take out a pen and write it down, yeah. Push record, put the memory in your phone. Oh, don't ever get blocked, no. Gotta find your zone. Got to find your zone, yes. Hiding below the surface, the seed begins to grow. Water all day long. Don't ever see a thing wrong. The sun break through the surface, the seed coming out, feel waiting for us both. The synthesis occur, yeah, waiting for life to grow. Oh, yeah, so it's all in room, whether you see it or not.
love is the word we cannot spell until we know what it tells. Coin in a wishing well. You put the bucket down, pick up the blender, yeah. You get to the bottom and find that one lucky penny. Put it in your pocket, go on your way. Yeah, too times. You gotta say. So, I'm going to try to play something I haven't played in a while, but it's a pretty cool message because wherever we are in our lives, we have to remember that it continues on beyond this, right? And we have to remember that we can't get down on ourselves. Life hits you with a left hook constantly. I'm going to share something with you that I have to deal with. This is something I didn't want to talk about on 222 because I didn't want to let that energy get to me. But I got a call from Ford yesterday telling me that they're not going to buy my car back and that I have to sue them in order to get my car rectified. I bought a car from them less than 6 months ago that has been in the shop for over a month and a half, and they're saying they won't buy the car back. They're just on me. Like, good luck, buddy. Figure it out. Call the Better Business Bureau is basically what they told me today. And I'm like, my car's fully under warranty. And they said, so if we can't get it to run, you have to sue us. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? This is what Ford is telling people? So just so you know, and just fair warning, for the next rest of my life, I may have a topic that says something like, Ford would prefer me die in this car than give me a safe and reliable vehicle. And that will be like every thumbnail for the next, the rest of my life. Like, Ford to do this to the little guy and assume that they're going to get away with it. No. I told the lady today, I was like, look, I don't know. Look, nobody really watches my show because we can't get through some sort of shield because I don't go after people. But I can guarantee you if I go after Ford on a daily basis, people are going to start listening. They're going to want to know what the hell is going on, why you have such a problem with Ford. I'll tell you why. I just bought the freaking car. It's been less than 6 months and I don't even have a car. I've been having to rent a car that they'll tell me they'll reimburse me. Tell me how many people out there can pay for the car that's sitting in the freaking shop, right? And then also pay for a rental because Ford doesn't have any cars. And then they come back and say, we're not going to actually fix your car. We're going to try to fix your car, but they yanked the freaking thing onto the flatbed. They pulled it while it was in drive because the battery was dead. This car's screwed. It's a new car, less than 6 months. I've had a month and a half roughly where I haven't been in the car. It's been in Ford since the beginning of this term that I've had the car. And I'm like, how could you do this? How could you do this to me? And that my grandfather worked for Ford for 31 years. And I'm like, regardless of that, you shouldn't do this to any American citizen at all. If somebody who buys your car, so you're an American company and you're acting like China. I said, you guys are like, look, all hands off once these people buy the car. If you went over some limit. I said, first of all, the same issues I've had since the beginning are still there. They never fixed these issues. So whether I filled out a piece of paper by a certain amount of miles is pointless, moot, because I still am dealing with the very first issue that I had. It never was fixed. So whether paperwork was filed by a specific time, to me seems like a loophole that they're not going to get away with. And if they are, I got to find someone pro bono who will be willing to represent me to go after Ford and to say, look, this is not just about what you're doing to this guy. He needs a car. I'm a real estate agent. How am I supposed to do? Rent a car for the rest of my life and also pay for the car that's dead that they made me a crap car. They made me a crap car. And it's like amazing to me that I'm the one who gets it. Someone was saying it. The guy was like, that there's a redheaded stepchild in every bunch. And he goes, it seems like you got it. I'm like, man, that's just crazy.
And then they're not doing anything to help me. So I didn't let it come out during 222. I didn't want it to. Even today when they were going after me, they're like, no, sorry, like you have to sue us. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like at the first part of the day, I got pissed about it when I first heard it and I was yelling and I'm like, I can't believe this you're doing this to me on 222. Lemon law. Apparently I'm beyond the miles on the lemon law to make the claim. But the thing is, no, the issue was never fixed. And this is a first series car. Every time I go in there, they'd be like, oh, we don't have the parts. We don't know how to fix this car. It's a Ford Mustang Mach-E. There's a first series. By the way, the reason why I will absolutely be vocal about this is it just dethroned Tesla is the best new car for 2022. No. If these freaking a-holes don't do it right by me, you better believe I'm getting on Channel 7, Channel 5 News to explain what's really going on with Ford. They built a friggin' lemon. That car's a lemon. And they're taking Tesla off the map because of it? No, I'm sorry. And I don't like to be the negative guy. I'm not going to, that's not me. But you can't sell me a brand new car and then have it be a piece of crap and then tell me, sorry, buddy, deal with it. You know? Yeah, all electric, and it's freaking died while I was driving it, and they haven't been able to fix it. I said, so let me ask you one question. What happens when my car's fully under warranty? What happens if you cannot fix my car? It's a brick right now. What happens if you can't fix it? You give me a car, right? She goes, no, you have to sue us. I'm like, what? You don't sell a consumer a car and tell them they have a warranty, and then that warranty means nothing, and that if the car breaks and they can't fix it, that then you have to sue the company. I'm like, that is the most ridiculous thing. You should not ever make people go through hoops. If this is on you, which it clearly is, you built a crap car, you jump through the hoops. Right? Am I living in the Twilight Zone? I asked the lady, I was like, am I in the Twilight Zone? I think I am. She goes, no, I know this seems really, really bad. Need a song about crappy cars. Ask Coop, you're so right. I decided this year to get myself off the gasoline car. I knew Joe Biden come in office, we'd be dealing with crazy gas prices before you know it. Well, what do you know? We're there in less than a year. Actually, I think we were there in the first few months. But I went electric, got myself the Ford Mach-E. Everyone wants to talk to me. Hey, I like that car, looks really cool. Does it drive really far? I'm like, no, it doesn't drive at all. Yeah, the freaking thing died while I was driving it. They're like, no, it's really cool though. I'm like, yeah, you want to have it in your front freaking yard? Yeah, put it in the driveway, because you can't freaking drive it. It's a brick. Yeah, piece of you know? And they're telling me I got to deal with it. What the rig are we talking about over here? I'm trying to just get myself to work every day. Got to get a rental, sir. We don't even have a car for you. You got to pay for it. What? I'm paying for the car, though. Yeah, but you got to do both because we are a piece of crap company. We don't actually take care of our customers. We put them out in the dark and we just let them deal with it after they have a problem. But wait a second, I have a warranty. Yeah, warranty means nothing. What? This is America. No, it's not. This is China. This is Chi-America. What? This is Chi-America? Apparently it's Chi-America. Apparently it's Chi-America. Niall says, I'm lucky to have a car. Lucky to have a paperweight car. Yeah, you can't drive it really far. Yeah, it's dead. It's sitting side of the road. Yeah, brand new car. That Ford made his piece of garbage. Yeah. Yo, what you saying? No, I don't know. But you gotta get it checked out. Yo, I told them, yo, you gotta get that thing fixed. They ain't gonna drive it around unless it's not safe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's got a warranty, doesn't that freaking mean anything? Apparently not. If it doesn't get fixed, you gotta sue them. Huh? That's not real, is it? Joanne! Is that real? Our warranty means it's like we'll fix things, but if we can't fix them, then you gotta just sue this multi-billion-dollar company. Good luck! What? I need a military lawyer. Is that what you're saying, Kathleen? I'll take anybody who's willing to... Piece of sheet car. I like that. I really would be nice if I had someone pro bono say, we're not going to let this happen to you, Mark. We'll figure it out. Because I'm not an attorney, but honestly, this feels really slimy. Less than 6 months old. Had the same issue since day won, essentially. Brought it in at 9,000 miles. I said, look, the extension rate battery's not working. Yo, I got this sound coming from my tires. Yeah, we can't figure it out. It seems fine to me. No, it doesn't, motherfucker. This is the problem for me. I'm trying to get the thing going, and you can't get it going. You know what I'm saying? Ford found on roadside dead. Yeah, it's so true. Found on roadside dead is not a bad point. I was literally sitting there on the side of the roadside dead. Cheryl, car died from, it said 41% battery. I'm like, what is going on right now? It says, pull off the road safely. I pulled off the road safely. And then it's like, I put it into gear and it never started. Never went back into gear again. It stayed in park. And it kept saying accessory battery, engaged, but it wouldn't let me get it out of that accessory power or something like that. And it's stuck there. And since they've had it at the shop for over a month now, they can't fix it. They're saying, oh, all the parts are on back order. Finally, they got parts. Apparently they're in, but still, even if they fix that car, guys, they yanked it onto the flatbed. I got video of it. Let me see if I can find them yank. I'm going to show you what they did to my car because I want you guys to see what happened here. This is insanity. Can I not get in there? It's going to make me do a QR code thing. I can't get in that way. I have it on one of my pages. There's a video of it on TikTok. We literally yanked it onto the flatbed because the car was dead when they arrived 4 hours after I called them. It's like there's such an unorganized company for one of the biggest, car companies in the world. And I hate being the guy who's sharing such bad news, but honestly, I can't be treated this way. I just bought the car and you're telling me I have to go and sue you, It's just totally mental. They should just be like, sir, there's no way we're going to let you, have this as your issue. You just got the car. And by the way, of the 6 months you've had the car, you've only been in it for 4.5 of those months. For a month and a half, it's been sitting in the shop. This time specifically for a month and a week. So the other times I bring it in, they'd be like 2 days before I get the car. And they're like, oh, we don't know how to fix this thing. It's like, they should get me a replacement car or equal value. Yeah, Texas, you're right. Well, they said to me today, I can complain and say that I don't agree with their ruling. I'm like, who would agree with the ruling of buying a car and within 6 months, it's been in the shop for a month and a half and you won't give me a car? You're telling me that I have to sue you. And then, by the way, if they can't fix the car, I have to sue you. You don't give me a car then either. Like, what the frig does warranty mean to you? I asked the lady, I was like, what does warranty mean to you? I think it means guarantee. I thought a warranty meant guaranteed. Like, you're guaranteeing nothing. If you tell me that if you can't fix it, I have to sue you, that's not the way it works. That's not the way a Ford, of all companies, should be handling their business with their consumer. Oh, sorry, buddy, if you have an issue, take it up with the Better Business Bureau. Better Business Bureau, what do they do? Oh, we'll give them a strike. What? I need action. I'm not paying for this freaking car that's dead and also a rental. Like, this is insane to me, right? It's justified, Trish. You're right. Yeah, it's just whatever's going on, it won't start. They said by Thursday they'll have an answer. But the thing is, who knows anything about cars out there? What happens if your car's in gear, all 4 wheels are locked, the battery dies, and the flatbed guy just yanks it onto the freaking flatbed, and you're watching the wheels just kind of pulling off of the park that it was in? What are you doing with the Burger King background over here? Really? Unreal. YouTubing it. Exactly, right? Well, it is. That's the thing. It's fully under warranty. And that's why I kept saying, I'm like, I just want to hear you say the words, sir, it's fully under warranty. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Whether you got this one going or whatever, we're going to make sure you get a car. You just bought this thing within 6 months. But they don't say things like that. They're like, sorry, you got to sue us. You got to go and call the Better Business Bureau and have them get an attorney and litigate. I'm like, excuse me, I just bought a car. Now I have to go jump through hoops and go to war and take you to court? First of all, you could drag this on forever and a day because you guys are a multi-billion-dollar company and I'm just some guy who's getting screwed over by you. It's unbelievable. I know I spoke to 2 different people there. The first lady was like, sorry, this is all I got. Second lady I spoke to was like, she kind of got rude with me. You know what was funny? She goes, why would you take it back to the same dealership if they couldn't fix it the first time? I said, are you kidding me? And I said, let me explain something to you again. And let me tell you how it works with this car. This Ford Mach-E, there's one technician in the state. There's one technician in the state that knows how to work on that car. Okay. So when she said this to me, I got really upset. I said, You're now pointing the finger at me saying that I should have gone to a different Ford to try to fix it because the first one couldn't fix the issue. I said, they have one tech. Whether I went to a different Ford, that tech has to go to that Ford and do the same problem, not be able to fix the same problem there. And she goes, oh, no, I wasn't trying to say that, John. And I'm like, that's exactly what you're saying, that like I should have gone to a different Ford and tried to fix this. I'm like, God, that's the worst thing I could ever hear you say. I said, I've been sitting here for 6 months trying to get my car fixed. What am I supposed to do with that information? You're telling me to go to a different Ford. There's one tech who handles this car. And if he doesn't know how to handle it, he has to call Ford corporate. And they have to find somebody in the shop when there's somebody ever there. There's like 3 people in the freaking shop for Ford Mach-E. It's insane. Fordless battery. Look at that. Niall's coming up with poetry still for us. So go write a song about it. Yeah, no, but it's been very frustrating to be sitting in this rental that they still haven't totally been clear that they're going to reimburse me on, even though they say they did. And now today's like, oh, well, it's only for a certain amount of days. I said, no. I specifically told them, you guys don't have a car for me. I'm out of a car. I'm paying for a car that you built for me and doesn't work. Don't tell me there's a limit on how many days I can have a rental. That's on you again. I don't buy a car and it's crap, and then I have to also buy a rental and pay for a rental. I said, guys, you really want to see me on Fox 5? I swear I'll get on there. Can't get on there for Renaissance Man. I guarantee you I'll get on for that. Nobody wants to see the little guy get destroyed like this by Ford of all people. I told him today, I said, I want to speak to the CEO. I said, I know he's not going to speak to me. I said, but he seems like a cool guy. And if you knew that my grandfather worked for this company for 31 years and how you guys are treating me right now as a positivity platform. I said, on all days, it's 2/22/2022, and you're giving me this news, triggering me on 2/22/22 to get me off of my positivity line to ascend. I even told her, I was like, this is the day of ascension. You're trying to screw me up on that. I said, why don't you call me tomorrow if you had this bad news for me? Don't call me on this day. This is ridiculous. And then you're telling me Twilight Zone stuff like, oh, go sue us. Unbelievable. But that's what I got from them today. And it was like, so here's the thing I want to explain to you. I realized when I was on the phone with her, the first lady, I vented fully. And when I got to the end, she goes, look, I said something truthful to her, like straight up, everything I say is right in the moment. And I said, so let me get this straight. I want to understand you fully. You guys are telling me that it doesn't qualify for the lemon law basis the way you see it. So now I am forced to pay for this car that's dead? That's fully under warranty? I said, so try to help me understand this. I said, because if your car's under warranty and you can't fix that car, why am I paying for that car? First of all, they're not in control of this, but why am I paying for that car? And why don't I have a loaner car? We don't have a car for you, sir. It's unbelievable. How bad are you as a business that when you have someone like this out for over a month, you can't find them a car? You can't find them a freaking car after a month. It's unbelievable. So bottom line is it's a little frustrating because you pay for a car that's already expensive. Now you got to also deal with the rental and it's just, I'm feeling a lot of weird negativity that coming from that company towards me. And it's like, all I could do is fight back with my voice. I realized that. I did, JB. I saw. So basically I would have had to submit paperwork by 18,000 miles. The thing is, when I was in there at 15,000 miles or 16,000 miles, they're like, oh, we're going to fix that issue when you come back for the recall. There was a recall on this car. And they're like, we don't have the parts yet. When you come back, we'll fix that issue and the recall parts because we don't have the parts for that issue you have either. So they didn't get the parts. A month goes by and I went over the limit. I went over that number. I do 4,000 miles a month. I'm a real estate agent. I'm all over the place. And so by the time I went in there, I'm over. And so when the car died at 27,000 miles, they're like, sorry, you're beyond the limit. You didn't file. I said, hold on a second. We're not calling you and saying it's a lemon law because the car just died at 27,000 miles. I'm telling you it's a lemon law because I had an issue at 9,000 miles. I brought it in, and over the 5 times I brought it into there, they've never fixed that original issue. And then now the car died at 27,000 miles. But this was my original lemon law issue. It never happened here at 9,000 miles. So you should be considering it that my paperwork should be backdated to the first time I had the issue, right? And they're like, oh, no, it's the day that you put in the proclamation. I'm like, unreal. You guys don't tell anybody these things. You screw everybody over and then you use a loophole instead of say, you know what? I don't care what that says. 6 months. You haven't even been in the car 6 months. And it died at 5 months, you know, like we're not going to make this right. We're going to make it right for you, you know? Look at this. Talk to a male associate. They were logical. Judge approves class action lawsuit against Ford Mustang by Matt Posky on July 14th, 2021. Class action lawsuit. I'm going to have to check out that's about. You'd send in Mike. You're hilarious. You know what? I don't know how to handle this. I mean, if you guys have some advice, I'd appreciate it. If you know any attorneys who would be able to give me some legal advice on this, maybe I can get someone on the phone who can give me some legal advice on it, because honestly, I don't think any small business owner should be treated like this from a massive corporation like this, especially one that was formed here in America. Like, it seems awfully un-American what they're doing here. We build a product we don't stand by? Is that what they said to me today? They did. They told me today they don't stand by their product. Yeah, you're right, Raven. I'm going nuts on this one. I'm literally gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but if they don't do right by me on this, and I even told them, I said, look, what you should be doing is thinking the bigger picture here. This costs you nothing to build a new car. You're talking about forcing someone with a car less than 6 months old to get back into that car that died, has issues at the front end. It could literally die again next time I'm in the car. We don't even know. That's dangerous. I'm on the highway and all of a sudden it stops driving. Like, there's so much risk here of getting into this car again. They'd rather me get into a car that's dangerous, potentially getting really hurt or worse, than give me a car that's actually safe. And I said that to him today. I said, I want you to realize that's what you're telling me on the phone right now, is that you'd prefer I get hurt and then maybe die than to give me a car that's safe and reliable. I've only had the car for less than 6 months. It's fully under warranty. What am I saying here? I'm not telling you this is a car out of warranty and that I put 100,000 miles in, it's 4 years old, and you guys have to fix it. Yeah, Henry Ford would be very disappointed. Texas lady's right. Henry Ford would be rolling around right now knowing this is the way they're treating an American citizen who's been here for 3+ years every single day with a positive message trying to affect a positive change. I said that to him today. I said, you know what? This is baffling to me. On day 2, I said, I truly believe this is why, like, there's some weird cabal against the show. It's 22, right? And it's a Tuesday. And I happen to get someone trying to take me down a level on that day. It was amazing. I'm thinking to myself, what? And they give me this information that you have to go sue us and we're not going to help you. And I'm like, man, this is the evil of the world showing itself. And I said, man, I've been doing so much for the world for 3+ years. And this proves to me that on day 2022, when I should be getting only positive, the evil of this world still wants to take me off of my mission. That's what I saw it as today. That was the evil of this world that still is trying to keep me away from ascending. I think that's a big fear on their part, is when we all ascend here from this show. We've been doing it. We don't need today to do it. We've been doing it for 3+ years. That's the thing they failed to realize when they tried to throw that at me today. They didn't realize that I could express myself and then come to a complete calm afterwards. And that was the thing I wanted to share with you. I literally let it all out. I vented. And she even said that. I said to her about the truth, about this is what you're saying to me. And I said, the really thing that bothers me most is I said this to you and you went silent on the other end of the line, because you're basically just saying to yourself, yeah, you're right. And she goes, no, I'm just letting you vent. And I said, well, I appreciate that you're letting me vent. I said, because honestly, if you were sitting in my shoes right now, I think you'd be as upset, if not more upset at me than I am. And I said, I don't think I've been out of hand. I'm trying to keep myself cool because of what today is. And she said, no, I totally understand it. I could put myself in your shoes. This is not right. But she's not able to do anything. And I just was frustrated as can be. But when I got to the end of that call, I did the same thing I did last time I got frustrated with her. I actually apologized. I'm such a pushover. I just said, look, I'm sorry I get mad. I know this isn't your fault. You're just passing along a message from people who obviously didn't look close enough at this file and what this person has gone through. I said, so I'm getting upset because this is ridiculous that they're doing this to me on this day. I said, however, thank you for letting me vent. And I hope you have a nice day. Please get back to me and help me get through this. I said, I just need a car. I'm not asking you guys for something outlandish here. I bought a brand new car less than 6 months ago. I just want a car that gets me to where I need to go on a daily basis. Help me out. And so I said, I also want to speak to your supervisor. I want to speak to the freaking president of the company, the CEO. I said, I want to speak to him. and just let him know this is how a patriot, someone who's been showing up for this world every day, is being treated by the company. I said, I'm pretty sure he'd be pissed. He seems like a cool guy. I think he'd be upset if he knew that there's a guy doing what we're doing here, getting shafted by Ford right now. It costs them nothing to give me a car that's safe. It costs them nothing. In fact, it could potentially do them a lot more harm if they let me to start doing what I do best, which is get passionate about things. I said, look, I'm not trying to threaten you guys, but you just threatened me. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, you just told me if we can't fix your car, you have to sue us. That's a threat. You just told me you bought a car brand new. We can't fix it. And if we can't fix it, you have to sue us. That is a threat. I said, so I'll say this to you. I'm not threatening you, but I'll tell you this. I've been live 1,149 days in a row. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And if you guys do this to me, I can tell you what, for the rest of my life, I will let everybody I know and everybody I see, and every time I'm on the air, I will express how I feel about your company and your brand. I said, integrity means something. And you telling me that your warranty means nothing is scary. I said, if I had a thumbnail that said, Ford's warranty means nothing. Ford's warranty is a lie. False advertising. Ford means false advertising. And I start hitting the world with stuff that's true because I was told things that aren't accurate. Like, here's a car that has a 36,000 mile warranty. You're at 27,000 miles, which means it's fully under warranty. If we can't fix it, you need to sue us. I asked both people today, I said, I need you to clarify that for me. Is that really the case? Because if that's the case, that is going to be one of my thumbnails. If you have a problem with your Ford and they can't fix it, guess what? Your warranty means nothing. You have to sue them. You have to somehow come up with money and deal with the time of however long it takes to get through that trial when they decide to go like this to you and just drag it along and spend more money than they would to just give you a freaking car just to make a point because they're billionaires. This is the problem with the class action suits. What I need somebody to handle this specifically and not allow the big bully monopoly to take care of the little guy and push the little guy out of the way. Like, this has got to be some pro bono deal where it becomes so massive and that Ford looks horrible afterwards. Because honestly, for them to do this to somebody who's just trying to drive to their job on a daily basis and they can't even rectify the situation without saying the words, go and hire an attorney and come after us. Like, it's basically what they said. That's a crazy, crazy thing that I heard today. And that's when I said to the ladies, I swear, I'm in the Twilight Zone. That's my newest album, In the Twilight Zone. I'm in the freaking Twilight Zone. Nothing makes sense anymore. I said, your resolution to this makes as much sense as our society right now. It makes as much sense as all the different narratives going around right now with one perspective. You guys have one perspective. It's wrong. Oh, if you don't do it by this, I'm sorry. Go sue us. It's dangerous when they start only allowing one perspective to be seen. And this is why we have trouble getting messages out to a large audience, because they don't want anything that contradicts their message out there, especially anybody who's got a passionate voice, anybody who wants to help you through this time. We don't want that, sir. We need to keep these people in fear. I have to say, one of the best things I ever did was shut off the negatube on December 31st, 2018. I never turned it on again. I have no interest in watching the TV. There's nothing there but the ultimate distraction. I used to love watching TV shows. I used to go and get distracted all night long watching like all kinds of crazy stuff. I was into everything. I was into the Walking Dead. I was into all the stuff on Channel 4 or 5. They just had all these crazy shows. I got really into I'd tape each one each week, DVR it, and I'd come home after my hard day of work, real estate, and I'd sit down and I'd put my feet up, and I would sit there and I would do my thing. And I would sit there and watch movies and watch TV shows every single day. And you know what? It was very nice. It was very nice to sit there and do nothing. It was very nice to do something, to sit there and do nothing. But when you're dealing with the negativity you started dealing with, and that's why December 31st, 2018, I don't think people realize this, but that was when, for me, that's when I saw the disgustingness of the division that was going on in this world. And it forced me into action, I believe. And then for some reason, this daily thing started, which I never intended. That just happened, you know? And now it's like, geez, how long is this freaking show going to go? You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't really have any intention to stop, you know? I just want to continue to do what we do, which is do 2-3 hours every day and see if we can connect and get away from all of that crazy stuff for a little while. So I do appreciate you guys so much. And I want you to understand, tomorrow at noon, we're doing a clip. We're doing an early clip because I'm trying to see if we can go live at a different time or get a video out at a different time of day. And if that will do anything. I'm going to give you the link right now. And then I also want to share the Telegram with you guys. I hope you'll join us on Telegram because this is it right here. I got to give you this link. It's called the Comedy News Extravaganza. This one was nuts, guys. We did this whole thing about Flock. Oh, the Flock. And then the Flock, you got flocked up. It was so nuts. That's the link. If you can give it a like and hit the bell so you're reminded. It will remind you a half hour before at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard to join. And I'll be in the chat hopefully tomorrow. I missed the Russian spy song today because I was in the middle of an appointment. But I will keep dropping things for you whether I can make it on or not. Ooh, JB Maps. Hold on, I'm on. I got to see that. Make a stream called Ask Me How Ford Screwed Me with My New Electric Vehicle. Oh, can you send that to me? Hold on, I'm going to write that down. Ask me. I like that. Ask me's are good. Ask me how Ford, and we should do a call-in. Ooh, how Ford screwed me with my new. Wow, this is good. I love it. And they just was selected over Tesla as the better car. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Unbelievable. I know. Mark, you're guilty of mixed messaging as well. The comedian, the free flow musician, the ranter, you are human. Yeah, I know. This is the problem. It's not a problem, though. It's actually kind of a cool thing. But when we live in the moment here, I never know what's going to happen. And when I get into these rants that just take us somewhere. And philosophy is a huge part of me, even though I never studied philosophy. I never read any books on this. I just speak from my heart. And I think that a lot of these words that people may have said prior to me were all the same words that are out in the universe. They're all the same feelings that have already been explored. And when you go back in time and you find the greats, the people who had something really, really interesting to say and really something that would take you on a new path and allow you to open your mind, those people all wrote the book. They didn't get their words from someone else. They found it in the universe. And so essentially what we do here on a daily basis is write a book every single day. If I could take all the words from a daily show, we could basically write books every day. And what I mean by that is every single day is the moment taking place. So there is a journey on a daily basis that you could be a part of. This is the ultimate roller coaster ride because you show up at the very beginning, you get on, you have no idea if it's going up, if it's going down, if it's going left, if it's going right. Is it music? Is it comedy? Is it inspiration? Is it crazy rant about society? You got to show up to find out, but it's every day. And there's never a day where I'm going to leave you hanging. I'm not going to ever come on and be like, what's up, guys? There's been like 2 days where I totally got down on myself because things weren't being seen and whatever. And besides that, like really where I was like thinking about quitting 2 days within the 1,149 days, you know, but besides that, I've shown up here every single, and even by the way, those 2 dates that I did like want to quit while I was in the middle of the show. It was in the middle of the show. The first part was amazing. And it only happened because I looked up and I saw no one was on right after I wrote an amazing song. And it was the 1,002nd day or 1,005th day, something right after I'd gone live. And I was like, I can't believe that you would go live and create such a beautiful song, be live for over 1,000 days in a row. And you open your eyes and there's 4 people watching. And I was like, holy freaking cow. That's what really threw me. I was like, what am I doing? And I went into some crazy thought where I was like, I'm quitting. I'm done. But I still showed up the next day. And I've been here every day since. And I'm not going to ever quit. But, you know, look, There are always going to be struggles. There's always going to be times where you don't know if you can get through it. The thing I want you to always remember is one day you will look back with gratitude that you had the power and the strength to get through whatever the frig it was that was in front of you, to be there looking backwards. I've had a few people call in before that were really down and thinking bad thoughts, really bad thoughts. And that's my go-to. I say it all the time because it's accurate. No matter how low you are, no matter how bad things get and how you don't think tomorrow could come, you don't even know if you want tomorrow to come, remember, you need to make tomorrow come, because one day you're going to look back and have gratitude that you had the strength to keep going. That is the reality. The only reason that people want out is because the moment becomes too real for them. When you're so used to distracting yourself with the past or the future, and then the moment becomes so real that you want to get away from it, that is the issue with our society. They don't allow us enough time to be in the moment so we can deal with these things when they come about. You got to be able to have a level head. Why today was I able to get on and scream at that lady and about the situation, yell about how I was being treated, and then at the end be able to take a calm breath and let it all go? Because the evil of the world has no control over me. It may try to deceive me. It may try to get me to fall off of my positivity game on the most important day of the year, of our existence, essentially, 2022 on a Tuesday. But they can't. And just like they've failed every single day that, we're not reaching 1 million people, we're not reaching the world that's positive, that would connect well with this message. But they've lost every single day because I keep showing up. That's how I see it. And if 0 people are on with me, they lose. I'm still here. There's somebody in a freaking room somewhere saying, "Geez, he's back again? We tried. We're not letting anybody see his content. He puts out some shorts today. Nobody sees. We didn't put out a new song. Nobody's going to know. We keep blocking it. Why is he showing up again?" Because you can't stop the light. You can't limit it. You could only sit there and observe its brilliance. And I'm not saying that's me. I'm just saying when someone puts pure light and love out there, you can't stop it. You can do everything you want with your intention of hate and division to fracture that light from reaching its intended target, but you cannot stop that positivity, that energy, that love that breaks through all barriers that you can create. There's a reason why love is the ultimate emotion, because it's freeing. When I got off the phone today with this Ford lady that made me very upset, I closed my eyes and I just said, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to even have this issue to deal with. It's a stupid thing to think, but you know what? I'm grateful for everything. I'm only here once. Every day is a challenge. Nobody's got it easy. There are people out there that are so successful and they're tortured in their heads, even more than you and me. One of the most interesting things I've heard is what Jim Carrey said about people believe like fame, fortune will bring you happiness and will give you everything you want in life. He thinks, I think everybody should experience that for a minute, and then they'll realize that it doesn't mean anything. And I think that's valuable. I've never experienced any of those things. But I can tell you this, you need money in order to do the things you want to do. You can't pay for your bills. You can't pay for your house if you don't have money. But excess money, that I don't understand the concept of being so rich that you could jump on a plane tomorrow and go to France for the weekend just because you want to. You know what I mean? Then you're going to go and throw some money out at Monaco and go on a gamble at the casino. Like, I've never experienced anything like that in my life. You know what I mean? There are people who do that, and I get it. But apparently that doesn't bring you the happiness that you think it would. And you have to remember, no matter who you ever look at in life, you're only seeing the surface of what they want you to see. There's so much more beyond that. And in general, we judge what we see and we make such a big deal out of it. Oh man, that guy driving that Ferrari, he looks like, I wonder what he does. He's so lucky to have that Ferrari. I think I heard Jordan Peterson say this too. And he's like, yeah, that guy just wants to go wrap himself around the next telephone pole. Like, but you can't see that from the picture. You see this guy in a fancy Porsche, Ferrari, whatever. And you're like, man, I want to be that guy. That guy wants to kill himself right now because he's in some weird state. And the point was, we're constantly comparing ourselves to each other because we see something that we think we want. Let me explain what you want and what I want. We want to breathe another day. We want to be here to experience the ups and the downs. You can't appreciate anything in life if you don't get forward telling you that you're screwed. You can't appreciate anything in life if every single thing is roses. Grass is always greener. Well, only if you are standing in a friggin' pile of mud. Because if it's green everywhere, it starts to look the same. I think that's it for my rant. Any questions? Yeah. Money means nothing until you need it. Need means nothing until money can buy it. Ooh, I like that. That is true on one level, but ridiculous on another. Ford will screw you. That's what Bradley's saying. I should write a song called that. Ooh, not a bad idea. Ford will screw you. American-made China-America. Yeah, 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 yeah. You fix that friggin' thing yourself. Yeah, yeah. You guys, if anybody wants to email me, my email is mp@markpires.com. And remember, you guys can pick up any of my albums on Spotify. They're free. You can pick up an album, support the show on iTunes or any other platform. You could buy an actual physical album, and I sign it and send it out to you. I have them somewhere over here. That's an option. And there's 13 albums in the last 13 months. And the other thing, too, I never really mentioned, but Patreon. I really got to start doing something private each week on Patreon, and Jacqueline supports me on Patreons. But if anybody else wants to support me on Patreon, I really appreciate that, because what's cool about Patreon is they give you most of the money that you actually donate, where YouTube does not do that. And also, some people, and I just know that Sig told me this a while back, and I just want to make sure I put it out there because I don't ever ask, but I'm just going to put it out there. I have a car in the freaking shop. I'm paying for a rental right now. It's a lot of excess, that I didn't expect, and it's not like you can get a rental car cheap these days. So it's like, and hopefully they reimburse me. I don't know. They say that they may. They're like, possibly, or we should probably. I'm like, how do you do this to somebody? But there's theoretical chance that I'm out thousands of dollars here at the end of this as well for renting a car. So I'm just going to put it out there. I'm live every day for the rest of my life. If you're the type of person that does support and wants to support someone as just a, hey, look, you're here monthly, I want to give you a little something and be a part of this mission that you're going to be here trying to affect a positive change, there's my Patreon. And I do appreciate very much that Jacqueline supports me and other people support me. It means a lot. In fact, I don't know if you guys understand this, but it's those little things that actually fill my soul and allow me to know that I'm doing the right thing here. Like I'll see a Renee will send a donation. And again, some people can't. I'm not saying I expect anything. I'm saying, but when I see something like that, I'm like, Renee will send me a private PayPal. She sends PayPal, which is amazing. You're unbelievable. PayPal is actually the easiest, PayPal and Venmo, because it just goes right into a thing. Like YouTube, I never see. It's like a month later, it goes into a bank account, which is fine. But, I'll see something from Renee and I'm like, oh my goodness. And it just lightens my heart because I'm thinking to myself, I don't ever ask for any of this. And just Renee's so kind. Anna's so kind. Tom, Sig, everybody, you guys know who, when you're out there donating. I appreciate each and every one of you. Texas, whenever you guys have donated, it really means a lot. I'm just saying in general, this show is every day forever. And Sig said, if you don't remind people, they'll never support in that way. And he said, people want to support in that way. You just have to remind them your Patreon. So I'm just doing the reminder. And yeah, Ford freaking blows right now. That's the second part of it. What are we doing, Ford? You leaving me out in the lurch? I got lurched. Wow, guys, it's 1:09 in the morning. We've been here for 3 hours and 3 minutes. But this is like the thing I have a problem with. We're kicking it. We got 20 people, 21 people over here on the tuber and a couple people over on TikTok. I appreciate you guys on the talker. T4Y Bear, that's our TY Bear. How are you? So guys, that's the story. I'm sticking to it. You know, the show, I will continue to come out here without a script and let these moments happen. And that's why, Niall, I appreciate the fact that you're observing things for what they are. I often wonder how people see the show and what people consider the show. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how to explain it. That's why we call it Renaissance Man, because I don't know how to explain this show. It's everything. But how would we explain it to the world that we're trying to get to tune in? Oh, it's a variety show. But like, okay, what the freak is a variety show when you're doing so much variety and it's always different and there's no script? And we're not saying that the first 20 minutes is this. Although lately, pardon me, I've been doing the news first. It seems to be like my go-to. I like doing the news first, and then we can get to music later, that type of thing. Jeffrey, hey buddy, how are you? Yeah, that's what I've noticed too, Jacqueline. Like, it's interesting. I saw when enough people gather up, and even if it's just $1, a couple dollars, when you do the monthly thing, and enough Patreons, enough family members join that, your little donation actually becomes a huge part of a monthly donation. So again, it's just something to consider if you're going to be supporting, you know, creators in general, and you're thinking about, hey, you know, I would support Mark, but I don't know if he does that. Yeah, I do. I just never really mention it. And I'm only mentioning it mainly because I don't know, I'm kind of freaking out about what Ford's doing to me here. I don't know what is going to happen if they tell me that there's a limit on how many days they'll give me a rental. And I'm like, I've had this car for over a month and a half, the rental for over a month now. And the lady today goes, oh no, you only give it for like 10 days. I was like, no. I told the lady from the beginning, if you don't have a car for me, you don't have something on the lot, you guys don't have a rental agreement with anybody, then you need to pay for a car for me. And she said, oh, no, we'll probably reimburse you. And I was like, no, you get rid of that word probably. And you say, we will reimburse you because we don't have any of these things. And she still wouldn't do it. I'm like, man, I'll tell you what, if I have to go after this company, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. Like, we're talking about punitive damages. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you so much, Renee. It really means the world when you can. I don't expect, but like I said, it does mean the world when I see that stuff. And I wanted to let you guys know too, I see it. In fact, the ones that come through PayPal and Venmo, those types of things, I see, and Cash App, Trish Killian, your amazing Trish Killian sends through Cash App. And so when I see a Cash App or a Venmo or a PayPal, that happens through my email. So it's actually there. When I go into my email after the show, I see it. And I'm like, holy freaking cow, that is so kind. The thing is, sometimes when donations come through while I'm in the middle of the show, first of all, I keep the participants open on my laptop, so I don't even see any of the actual chat. I just see who's coming in and who's hanging out in the chat. On my main screen, I see the chat, but I don't think that shows me when I get donations. Maybe it does, I'm not really sure. But so I don't get a good visual on who's donating into the YouTube platform, but I absolutely always see if something comes through PayPal, Trish comes through Cash App, or Sig Sauer comes through Venmo. These things I'm always seeing, and I'm like smiling from ear to ear. And I want to start doing something special for that. I wanted to make sure you guys know this, but like, I think at the end of the show is when whoever donates, I'm going to, at the end of the show, we're going to make a big deal out of it. Every time you donate during the outro song, which you're getting into now. But during this, we're going to do a little thanks and appreciation for donations at the end for everybody who does that. Hold on, what do you say? Niall said, can I ask a question? Is a real estate agent selling land that does not exist? Or is it totally Glengarry Glen Ross? You're funny. Well, you're basically selling a property and a house sometimes. Sometimes you're selling a piece of land. But there's lots of things I'm hearing on TikTok. I don't know. It gets me scared, but they say, like, you still don't even own it. Like, it's the state that owns it, and you're, like, renting it from the state, even though you own. It's, like, a weird thing. But the way they write up the title, it's not your property. It's like you're renting it from the state or something like that. The state could just take your property. It's like our laws are really messed up, guys. This is not we're for our country, our citizens' country. Just like Ford's not like we're for our clients and for our customers' business. They're about the bottom dollar, about the big line. They want to make as much money as possible. Our country wants to take every penny we make They want to steal all of our property. They want to enslave us. And then they want to basically tell us if we don't do things, we can't buy things. If you do that, no, you're not allowed to buy that. You're limited on what you could spend your own money on. That's where we're going, and I hope you guys do everything you can to stop it. You know I will. I'll be here every day. So I do want to say, fam and friends, Bradley Smith, Cheryl Niles, Chris Donaldson, JB, thank you for the advice. Jeffrey Flissick, my brother, Kathleen Danford. Oh, you know what? Hold on, guys. Let me give you the Telegram real quick. We need to get more people on Telegram. This is where I tell everybody every day what's going on. Every time I drop a short, every time I drop a piece of content, tomorrow at noon, I'll be dropping right before it. 11:50, I'll be sending a note to everybody saying that this is going to be on the air in a minute. Let's see. This is the link. And if you guys can join us over here, that would actually be really cool because I like the fact that in the middle of the day, I'll see a note from JP, I'll see a note from Cheryl or from somebody in Telegram. And I'm like, this is good stuff. That's the link right there. Yeah, Texas is probably doing well. You know, all of real estate is doing well. The problem is what happens when the faucet gets turned off, you know, and that's coming. So the other thing I wanted to quickly share before we get going, I had one of our subscribers that I haven't seen in a while sent me a note the other night on the video. And they said, I guess they'd watched, and they said, you know, maybe the reason why you're not having people come back is, and they made a comment. They said this. They said, I've noticed that whenever I put comments in, if it's over some sort of line, they get erased, and I got fed up with it, and I stopped watching the show. And that really bothered me, because I said, I know my mods are out there trying to do the right thing to keep the platform clean, but I do want to be clear about something, and I hope all the mods listen to this, and hopefully you can help me on this. Because I am clean on the show means nothing about what goes on in the chat, okay? This is not a family platform where we have all these kids watching the show. This is an adult show. If someone wants to swear in the chat, let them swear. If someone wants to use foul language in the chat, let them do it. Do not block anybody anymore. We need to be welcoming. I'm constantly talking about censorship, and then we're censoring people. We can't do that. So please, if you're out there, you're a mod of the show, let people speak freely. Do not take any messages down, unless, this is the only caveat, if someone's being abusive to another person in the chat, give them 3 warnings. Hey, we don't do that here. Please don't do that. I gave you a warning. Please don't do that. Okay? And if they do it a 3rd time, then you can give them a warning. You can take them out for 300 seconds, you know? If there's someone who's literally trolling, like we see these weird .fyp people, get rid of those immediately because we know those are trolls, you know? But let people speak. I don't want anybody leaving my show because of something's going on in the chat. I want them to leave the show because they don't like what I'm doing, okay? So please don't be the reason why people don't come back. And I know the power that you have is very much, there's a massive power that you have as a mod. Use it wisely. When someone says a bad word, don't boot them. Don't take them out for 300 seconds, okay? Just respond and say back, well, I don't even think you should say anything back. If someone says the F-bomb or someone throws an A word or S, let them say whatever the freak they want, guys. I'm the one who keeps it clean. Right here, this is clean. The chat needs to be free-flowing. You guys need to be able to say whatever the frig you want, and there is no censorship on that chat. Unless someone comes in, they're being abusive to someone. That I get. Someone comes in, they're trying to bash me as a guy who's being positive. I get that. You want to be protective of the show. But let everybody speak freely, and if they want to throw F-bombs out there, don't be like, oh, we don't do that here. We do whatever the frig you want here, okay? I'm the only one who doesn't have to swear. You guys do whatever the frig you want in the chat. Please tell me you all heard that. And if there's no mods here right now, let every mod know. That's my stance. I want everything to be said. I want everybody to speak freely on this platform and not be censored. I can't yell about being censored and then have you guys censoring people. So just remember, this is about free expression, and that's what makes our platform great. You should be able to respond in kind. Someone says something with an F-bomb, you'd be like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And if someone's being rude to someone, you can respond a little snide back. All right, jerk, whatever you guys want to do, it's fine. I don't think there's much negativity there because we're a positivity show. But the point is, if someone speaks differently than me, if someone uses the F-bomb when they talk, that's fine. I use the F-bomb when I'm not on the air. I say bad words. I just don't do it while I'm on the air because I don't want my kids to be listening to me and having these words come out of my mouth and they're being affected by it. My kids aren't going to sit and watch a chat and see what someone said in a chat. And that's the real concern. The reason why I do this is because I don't want my kids to come across it one day and hear me saying, F this, F that. Although I'm doing the flocker stuff tomorrow at noon. But in general, I want to make sure that everybody in this chat says, I want to go back tomorrow because I got to fully express myself in the Renaissance Man chat. And I wasn't being pulled down for saying something that somebody thought was over the line. There's no line. This is a comedy show. This is a comedy show. However somebody expresses themselves in the chat, let's let them freely be there doing that. And again, if they're abusive, you give them two warnings. The third one, you give them a timeout. And you say, look, I told you, don't do it twice. So, and give them a little follow. I told you twice. I don't want to boot you out of here for 5 minutes. But please don't do that again. We got to follow the rules here. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple. Don't be mean to someone. You're being mean. I told you again, and they did it for the third time. But let's be really, really respectful of the fact that people want to express themselves. And sometimes what I'm learning about the whole troll thing is that some people are just trolls. And that doesn't necessarily mean as bad a word as we think it is. Some people just want to express themselves and get a rise out of someone, so they say something. It depends on whether or not it bothers you. I'm not usually bothered by it because I'm very much just happy in what I do. I'm not cocky about something. I'm just very, very happy in my state of mind here. And when I'm creating and I'm coming up with new music or new comedy, I'm just feeling very confident in that. And whether or not someone out there thinks it's good or not is subjective anyway. So that's the one thing you need to understand above and beyond all. Whether I do something that I think is good is subjective. I'm creating. I'm leaving it out there. It's on the world whether or not they like the guy in front of them and they like the words coming out of his mouth, they like the music, they like the comedy. I can't control how I'm perceived. All I could do is show up. All I could do is leave it out. And for 3 hours, 15 minutes, and 58 seconds, we did that tonight. And guess what? Tomorrow, we do it all over again. So, fam and friends, let me say goodnight to you here. Josh TTX, my TTK, my friend, how are you? T4YB34R. I hope you guys will give me a follow. I have been live for 1,149 days in a row of positivity, live variety, and straight up the moment happening. Oh, Sid, my brother. So good to see you, pal. So good to see you, buddy. Yeah, but JB, let me see what you said here. Mark, your titles draw in Christian viewers. Look at that title, and it is Christian type message. That when Christians come in, they see you're not a Christian show. They leave. Others think it is, so they avoid. Oh, interesting. So you're saying that I got an issue where some people think it's a Christian show, other people think it's not, and then though both things are counter-effective. The reality is this, and I want to be pretty clear about this. Christians should be listening to the show because everything I say is from the truth and everything I say is coming from love unconditionally. And that is something that Christians should be able to appreciate. I don't speak about religion here because that's divisive, but the reality is we all on this planet can connect on love, and that is something that every religion has within it. So I believe a lot of the same things that a lot of you believe. But I can't express specific things because then we're going to destroy the ability to connect everybody. And I hope you can understand that. If I came out here and I started talking about Jesus on a daily basis, then we'd abandon half the world, if not more. If I come out here and talk about love on a daily basis, then we're reaching Christians, we're reaching Muslim people, we're reaching Jewish people, every single person across the globe. We're reaching people who have love in their hearts. So if you do hang with a bunch of Christian people, you should let them know my music is Christian music. I mean, if you go and listen to it, I'm speaking about society, I'm speaking about love, I'm speaking about coming together, help them find the light. Nothing can stop the light. Everything I sing about is the words that the man would probably be singing too if he was here. I mean, wait, how can you explain messages like are coming out of these songs? There's a reason that the words come out without a script. And they are words like, help them find the light. You know, if you go back in time, Jesus was persecuted for his message. He was murdered for his message. It's not popular to want to save the world. And no one man can save the world. This is everybody or nobody. And when I mean everybody, I mean the light in this world. Because I've come to the other realization within the 1,149 days in a row, which is no matter how good any show is, no matter what you talk about, or no matter how funny something is, no matter how good a song is, there's going to be a massive part of the world that hates it. They're just negative people. They do not like positivity. They're for the evil of this planet. So I don't want those people here. I used to say, I want everybody. I want to join the whole world together. No. I want to join the positives. And I want us to be ready for what's coming. And this is a battle that we all need to be ready for. Because when the man does come, you got to make sure you're prepared. Your soul is prepared for that day. And that's what this show is. This show is preparing our moment. Being ready for that moment. Everybody's like, oh, no, it's fine. I got work. And when that moment happens, and we're sitting there living in the past, living in some weird potential maybe future, and from the friggin' clouds, don't be surprised if many people just literally fall to the ground and die in fear because they're not able to be ready for that moment. That is too real for them. So, one thing we need to understand about religion is that man got involved in order to control. So there's a lot of our own ideology within it in order to keep us in line. If you go back to the basics of what they were saying, it's that you need to connect through love. We need to lift each other up in this world. And if you are, especially if you're on your way up and you're not lifting people up with you in the process, your soul is in trouble. So, I think, okay, look, I've been around for a little over 40 years now, and I've experienced leaving people with a bad taste in their mouth where, you know, I wasn't leaving love on the plate for them, you know, in my 20s or whatever, early 30s when something didn't go my way or whatever. When you learn that lifting people up and seeing them smile is where your happiness literally derives, like you can't get to it without that. Everybody's like, oh, I can go and buy something and be happy. Like that is a minute. It's a minute that you feel that and that you feel the appreciation and gratitude for that thing. And then you're just bored. You throw it aside. That's why you see these multi super rich people. They have everything, every toy in the world. They don't play with any of them. Why? Because it doesn't fill any gap. There's no fulfillment. There's no soulfillment. Soulfillment occurs. That's why if you could also see, you'll find a lot of these really successful people doing for others. They use their money in order to affect real change in the world. Do you know why they do that? It's not because they're rich and they're like, oh, I could just spray money around. They can, but they're doing it because it's filling their freaking soul. Because they can. Because they can. They do it because they can. Because the reaction that it puts, the emotion they feel when they see that they affected the real change in another human being, that is powerful. And it's worth the $100,000 or whatever it is they just spent on it. We don't need to be those people where we're giving $100,000 gifts in order to feel that same feeling. You could hold the door for someone and feel the same thing. You could help someone into their car that has groceries and feel the same exact thing. You could see a stranger and they smile at you and feel the same exact thing. If you watch the intro to my show, you'll see my quotes. One of my quotes, and not all of them, but a few of them I put in there. And one of them is, a smile has an energetic value that costs $0 to the currency holder. My smiles cost $0 to give, but they affect real change. They can change the world. Our smiles can change the world. There's a guy once who I saw him on Instagram, and I'm blown away by this. He had 1 million people on. 1 million. And I'm like, man, what's this guy doing? And he's just looking at the screen. Everyone's saying, smile, smile, smile. And I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Smile, smile, smile. And they're just, smile, smile, smile. And he's like, you guys want me to smile? Okay, but remember, don't smile. You can't smile. Remember, if you smile, you lose. Okay, so that's the game. He makes this game. He's like, you smile, you lose. Just don't smile, okay? Whatever you do, don't smile. And so this is the game. So he goes, you don't smile. If you lose, you smile. Don't smile. It's a staring game. No smile game. I told you not to smile. And I realized when he said that, I was smiling. Like, it immediately made me smile to see somebody smile at me. And I don't think it was that his smile was better than any other smile. It's just that the energy of that smile took me somewhere in the moment. And that is what I value in life, is that the energy transference is there no matter when we realize it or not. And sometimes when you have a little, test case study, like just like that, you can see that absolutely there's a transference. Bradley won. Oh, too good. Texas, you rock. It's that is the proof that energy is so much more powerful than we can ever feel or see. And there's an energetic value. It's not financial, no, it's not. But it actually fills some sort of need within ourselves that we can't comprehend either. I didn't realize that smile makes me smile. Now I do. You start understanding things a little more, I know, that's so funny. Niall said in the 60 years between 1848 and 1902, no photographic portraits contained a smile. It's so funny. I think there was one that got through with a smile. Everybody else just like, they look like they were going to murder the family, Like, oh, what are they doing? Are they going to kill oxen in the back or Mrs. Smith? Weren't really sure on that one. Mrs. Smith didn't make it through the winter. Oh, goodness, guys, I can't believe we did 30 more minutes. I can. We do this every day. So, my fam and friends over here on TikTok, I appreciate you. T4Y, I hope I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, if you haven't yet, give me a follow on TikTok. Give me a follow or subscribe over on YouTube. And Spotify it. Check out the songs, 170. We're releasing another album in a week, a little less than a week. Will the madness ever end? Guys, if you haven't downloaded my playlists or my feed on Spotify, so whenever you jump in the car, you can just go into Spotify and listen to all 13 albums, 170 songs. It's 11 hours worth of music, and everything is different. And some crazy stuff there. I'd love to see what you think. So if you can, go on and leave some comments and share. Remember, we will break the curse that's been everlasting. And it's only for one reason, because we love. We want to share that love. We want to laugh. We want to live in the moment. We want to create. We want to forget about this divisive narrative that they continue to push on us, which is absolutely a lie. Remember one thing, when they tell you that we hate each other, there is one guy who's been here for 1,149 days in a row to say one thing. I love you. And nothing will stop that. Nothing they try. So, until tomorrow, Bradley, Cheryl Niles, Chris Donaldson, Sydney, JB, Jeff Flosick, my brother, Kathleen Danford, Jacqueline Grace, I got Niall Parkinson kicking in with me, and I got Pamela Swan, I got Reeves Keeper, we got Renee Woods and S-Coop. This is awesome tonight, guys. You guys are awesome. We got a nice crowd here. Texas Lady, Trish Gillian, Virgo Psych, we're doing it. And Virgo, we got to get you on the air for a little Psych 101. We're going to get into the mindset of Renaissance Man. What the hell has this guy been thinking? What's going on in this guy who keeps showing up every day? Let's do it, So, fam, friends, tomorrow we do it all over again. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And remember, 12 o'clock noon is the news comedy extravaganza. It's 22 minutes of nonstop laughs. I'll tell you what, it will make you cry. Make sure you bring your pee pad. If you have to bring a double diaper, go down and get one. Huggies, they do a double diaper now because of Joe Biden. They made it. It's a special signature edition. You didn't know you had a signature edition? Is that my brother? D-Rock, is that my brother? Sig, is that you, brother? D-Rock. We were talking about Sig earlier, how awesome Sig is. But this is a community. You know, we're building out a community of love and connection here. And at the end of the day, remember, when you are a part of something unique and a part of something that's filled with love, you should share it with everybody you know. And one of my favorite stories is finding out that Cody, our family member here, watches the show with his kids. How freaking cool is that? He's like, I got four sons, and we watch you. You know, whenever he's on, he's watching with his 4 kids. They watch it as a family. And this show is... I think the intention in this show is to bring the family unit back. Right now, they want to destroy the family. They want us to get to this whole divisive life where even you don't care about your kids don't care about parents anymore. No, we're bringing it back. Right here, Renaissance Man Show, every day. You show up with your kids, you show up with your grandparents, you have family life lessons to discuss over dinner. You have songs, new songs to listen to, new comedy to laugh at, clean comedy. And remember, in that chat, you guys say whatever the frick you want. Okay? I want everybody expressing themselves, and I got to make sure, I got to go back and talk to whoever it was that sent that message. I left them a note. I said, look, I'll tell the mods about this. I said, but that made me very sad to hear that she stopped watching the show because her messages were being erased. And I was like, oh man, that's no good. Sig used to say something to me. He's like, look, if people are making people feel unwelcome by not allowing messages in there, and I was like, I never thought about it, but we have to allow people to express themselves. If I have a problem with people suppressing me, I don't want anybody to have that same problem with me or with you. Like, let's make this right. Let everybody do their thing. And unless they're jerks, if they're complete jerks, boot the friggin' hell out of them. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. But mostly in general, we got a lot of good people here. Virgo's in! Virgo. Hold on, I'm giving you the link. Anybody else who wants to join this? I put this out there for Niall as well. I want to get Niall on the air. This is my Calendly, so you can book an appointment. And if you can, oh guys, by the way, 2 days from now, our brother Rip Curl's coming on. Not tonight, but tomorrow night. Rip Curl's going to be on with us to talk about some prepping. I can't wait for that. So Calendly / Mark Pires, bang biggity booing it. Give you that right there. So you can just go and get yourself an appointment. I would say it's best to book a time at like 9 or 10 o'clock because usually I can't get on earlier. Even though I set it to be like 6 to 10, I can't get on. I try, but especially with the new real estate, I got a couple new listings and I'm hoping to get more. I don't have the time to get on earlier than 9 o'clock, I don't think. But book a time. Let's get you on, Virgo. And everybody else out there, Niall, you want to get on? Anybody else wants to come on? We're going to do a big Zoom call, by the way, okay? I have an idea. I want to go over something with you guys, too. Let's talk about this quickly. And somebody has to remind me of this tomorrow. Oh, I didn't do it for today. Okay, it will be for tomorrow. So I have this, idea. I saw a TV show that was on TikTok, and I was like, we could do this ourselves. So the concept was there's a main lady who reads like a statistic that's going on in the world. And then they, around they're chatting about things, you know what I mean? And they're like, well, what do you think about that? And then in the Zoom, I'm thinking this, we could all be there and everybody could respond and say what they think about that statistic or whatever it is. And it could be a cool feature to the show where weekly we do like a, whose line is it anyway? You know what I mean? But based on these statistics, and I'll give you an example of one of them because I forgot to pull this up today. I already found the article. Here we go. So this is an example. So I would have us all in the room together, and I would say in the Zoom channel, and I'd say, so I don't know if you guys know this, but the average drunk driver drives under the influence more than 80 times before being arrested for the first time. Did you know that, Joanne? And then Joanne comes out of there in the nowhere with the answer. Sometimes you're hoping that Joanne won't answer because she's a Weezer, But that one, we'd all talk about it. And then you could have someone gets in there like, yeah, no, I could tell you that's absolutely true because I got arrested on time 884. And you have someone in the chat, in the Zoom, who can say, I can concur. Because I was one of the people that they actually interviewed. The number second one here would be fewer than 2% of NCAA student athletes go on to the professional level. Did you guys know that? It's only 2%. Joanne, Joanne said she knew that. So I think we're going to do that tomorrow, guys. Who wants to get on for that? We'll do a little Zoom call. I'll bring you guys all in. And we'll have a ballaroo. 3 hours, 33 minutes. Now we went to 3. Guys, I'm always seeing the synchronicity here. I love it. It tells me we're on the right path. And we will have another friggin' awesome time tomorrow. Bang, biggity boo! Bang, biggity boo! What's that, Joanne? No, stop, you're wheezing! You know what I mean? Guys, I'm just telling you, she's a wheezer. Anyway, tomorrow, Fab Man Friends, we do it all over. So make sure you subscribe, you ding the bell. See you at noon over here on TikTok. You got to head over to YouTube. Give me a subscribe because at noon tomorrow, you're not going to want to miss the 22-minute ridiculously funny comedy called... Do you guys know what this is called? It's called the News Comedy Extravaganza. It's the okay, I'm going to read you the title because you need to know the full story. This is not just a one little title thing. This is the full story. Ready? The name of tomorrow's show, Casey Kasem. This is tomorrow's show. It's called Comedy News Extravaganza. Hold on. The most flocked up 22 minutes on YouTube. Yeah, it's the most flocked up 22 minutes on YouTube. There was a flock of seagull or something like that, and that brought us into a whole new comedy bit. But don't forget, Suffolk was also in there. Joanne got Suffolked. She got Suffolked, and in the county. Wasn't as bad as when she got Norfolked and lost her Virginia. That was bad. That happened last week. Check it out. It's all on YouTube. Guys, we're doing it. Right here. Tomorrow, guys, you know what tomorrow is, by the way, when we're watching this at 12 noon? Do you know what tomorrow is at 12 freaking noon? Which is literally 10 hours and a half from now. We're going to be watching this together. 10 and a half hours, guys. Okay? Tomorrow's day 1,150 in a row. We are 50 shows, 50 days, 51 days away from 1,200 days in a row. We're getting closer and closer to my lucky number 1,300. And it's getting kind of weird to me because if you think about it, it was such a trek to get to 1,000 days in a row. And now we just got to 150 and it feels like a breath, like it took nothing to get here. So I'm having this feeling that when we're pushing close to year 5, which is next year, this is our 4th year in a row live every single day. We did 3 years in a row, and we started our 4th year in a row live. When I get to December 31st, 2022, I will be starting my 5th year in a row every single day live. And I think when I start that 5th year, I'm most likely going to feel like it flew to get to that point. Because right now, this 150 days went by very quickly. Very quickly. So, we're having a ball. Can't wait for tomorrow, 12 o'clock. On here on TikTok, please go over to YouTube. Give us a follow over there so you can join us tomorrow at noon. Then I will be live here again tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. And also midday on TikTok. I've been going live, guys. You should follow me on TikTok as well. Just type in Mark Pires Renaissance Man on TikTok and join me over there because I'm going live every day there as well. And we're just getting started. This is just the beginning. It's not the end of the beginning. It's not the beginning of the end. Leviathan. No, Joanne, I know you starred in Leviathan. She was one of the lead characters, the aliens. Look, typecast, Joanne, just like her father. But she was dealing with the lizard lady thing back then in Leviathan. This isn't the end. This is the end. This is the end of the beginning. It's the beginning of the end. Buy Men in It. You gotta buy Men in It. You're doing it. All of a sudden, smelling great. Of course, buy Men in It. You know? What happens on day 2,000, a public lynching? You are the martyr. You're so funny. I think that when we get to day 2,000, God almighty, I can't even believe him. Who knows if I'll get, I don't know. Will I keep going every day, guys? Maybe you should follow and find out. Till tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow. And every freaking day beyond. That's what I'm talking about, fam and friends. So you make sure tomorrow you bring those smiles to the world. They will come back to you tenfold, okay? And when I see you tomorrow night, I'll be bringing you some more love and lots of creativity. So, until then, fam, friends, TikTok, It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
You got to go away. You got to go.